And we're live under some moon day energy. Bro, I mean, seriously. These fucking moon days. What's up, everybody? I am the hostess with the mostest, the high priestess Phoenix. Welcome, new people. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, not the Kabbalahs. Oh my god, Becky. Sorry. It's not like, it's just there's a lot of reading. Anyways, I am your teacher, healer, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel. Oh shit. Mystic, medium, psychic, witch. I should have seen that coming, but I have a terrible memory. Yogi, guru. I'm just going to pull one out of here. Society. Go fuck yourself. I'm fighting with God right now. I'm trying to rush through this. Why? Because I'm going to lose my thought. I had so much happen in the last 15 minutes. I'm so fucking... Jesus, be with me. Why? Why, God? Why? Why? I know why. It doesn't matter. Kobe, fuck. Just can't even get through the intro right now. I am the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you had to see what I posted in my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. Leave me alone. Realistically, I'm so freaking heated right now. Really? Yeah. I was like, what's the best thing that came out of what just happened right now? Dude, the best punchline ever. I'm gonna coin this shit. For real? I mean, throw coins when you hear it. Dude, we are not dealing with the everyday fuckboy anymore. We have a new generation of BimBros. These are BimBros. These are surface level. They look pretty. They are going to fuck you for something, and they are useless for anything else. You can't have children with these people. You can't bring them home. You don't want to take them in public. You don't want nobody to know you're fucking them. These are just dates. They're escorts, male escorts. They're called BimBros. Really? Yes. And he's like, he thinks it's funny. I was like, congratulations. You are an archetype of a new pathetic breed of men. Take a bow. Realistically, I mean, that's what came out of me. And that was the best thing that came out of me so far. Really? The second thing that I said that was most important, because even though I was talking to you, I am talking to the universe. Talking to you is like talking to a child. You have no idea what I'm talking about, and I'm just trying to figure out what you want. That goes to every single person that sits down next to me, but especially this person, this BimBro, that never knows what I'm talking about, that cannot keep in the conversation, that literally has nothing to add to the conversation. Why you even start a conversation? It sounded like I was interested until I realized who I was talking to. And then I was like, never mind. What the fuck am I doing? Why am I entertaining this BimBro? Really? Yeah, BimBro. That's your nickname, BimBro, from now on and from now until forever. And I think all of us have a BimBro in our neighborhood. All of us, you guys be hanging out. That's like, ha ha ha. That's Marshall and his whole crew. There's a bunch of BimBros, a bunch of guys that get together gossiping and shit. These aren't guys that you're going to like, take to your work event. These aren't guys that you go out to the fucking opera with. These aren't guys that you invite to around your fucking children and shit. These are guys you just sleep with and have a good time. They're BimBros. They're the bros, but they're BimBros. Surface level, don't really got any depth. They're not really going to talk about shit. You bring them into a crowd. What's going on? Shit. They have nothing to talk about but their lame ass lives. They have no intellectual thoughts, nothing, not a thought, not a feeling. Realistically, you ask them, how you feeling? I'm good. There's no feelings. That word right there should have started a whole conversation. Nope, nothing. What you thinking about? Nothing. Oh, okay, then you're just a fucking zombie sitting in my place eating my air. Get out of my face. Realistically, these BimBros. Hey, what's up, everybody out there? Do you have a BimBro in your life? Like one of your homeboys is a total BimBro. Like he just be playing girls just so he could, sleep with them and just like, go on dates and like have a place to hang out and like seriously knows their children and weird shit. Like he's just a whole BimBro, like a backpack boy. We used to call those kind of things fuckboys, but this is, dude, they've evolved. They've evolved. Really? Yeah. You're annoying me. Realistically, started out with something like, I had a dream about you. I'm interested. I was very interested. Why? Because I astral travel and I don't remember everything I'm doing once I put the body to sleep, but I teach people to do that during the day. I teach all kinds of astral traveling. So you came back from the astral world with memory. What did you see? Because in most cases, if it has to do with, anybody in my soul tribe, you're seeing the past most times. But it just kind of depends. What did you see? What were we doing? And that's really what it is. All kinds of things. That's where you meet with the spirits. I do this in the waking world. So you start the conversation with, I saw you in another world. I'm interested. Tell me more. What did you see? Then comes this weird silence. Why aren't you telling me what you've seen? And now I realize, what, you just saw us fucking? Is that what you're about to tell me? I am so irritated, bro. I was really into it. I was like, oh, you saw us in the astral world? And then starts this astral world. Here comes a child, astral world. And then I spend four fucking text messages trying to explain to this small child what the dream world is. And I was like, by the way, I meet Russ there all the time. That's where I meet all my peoples up there. Really? As soon as I told Wolfman, I was like, bro, I'll see you in the astrals. And then the next day, my spirit said he didn't have the ability to do such things. Most of you don't. You go to sleep and you don't know what happens. Your soul leaves the body and it connects. And it brings all your experience there. And that's why it plays out in these weird little things. But in there is where, the soup. Really, it's where you can connect with all souls and time and space and everything. So in this space, in this moment, they're saying they saw me. When I see that, that's a big thing. Yesterday morning, I told you I came out of the astral worlds and I had seen Russ in a fucking commercial and somebody was with him. It was weird as fuck. Really, it was like I was watching him on a TV. He was on it like a commercial. I was watching him on a screen. Really? And his fucking hair was blowing in the wind, as weird as it is. I always make all these goofy jokes. What kind of stupid shit are you making over there? Did I see the making of your next video and you did a fucking collaboration with somebody I'm going to be appalled by? I couldn't see the second person, but that's what I saw. I also said that I had seen Kanye in a coffin. Really? Yes. Does that mean he's going to die? I just saw, that's time. It could be the past, it could be the present, it could be the future. It could be this life, it could be another life. This particular person, I didn't have no past lives with. So I want to know what you saw. And when there's a pause, it's like, oh, you just saw yourself fucking me, right? And then I sit back and it's like, I do dream analyzation. That's what it is. Hypnosis and all of that. It's visions, all this shit. So I could pull out, Carl Jung's book here or any of these psychology books and say, bro, you're not thinking with your head, not the right one. This isn't it. This is as far as your dreams go, is into dirty fantasies. You didn't see a house with me. You didn't see us in a car. You didn't see a road trip. You just saw you fucking me. That's all you dream about is fucking me. He didn't answer that and I didn't say that. But that's where I was like, oh God. And that's where I was like, this is a whole BimBro. I was like, all you saw was the bedroom. There's no future with you outside the bedroom. Holy moly, right? That's a BimBro, bro. Like BimBro. I didn't know what to call that. Really? What do you guys dream about? You're just fantasizing? Do you dream about, what do you dream? Melia comes out of the dream world with crazy dreams. She can tell me all, and I'll ask her. I'll sit there, ask her. It's very important to me. I want to hear about this. I want to hear what happened when you left your body. Really? Yes. It's an out-of-body experience. And if you're allowed to bring back memories, it's very important. Those are messages. And that's what Joseph, was known for. And me as the Isis. They went to him. They were having dreams and he could interpret them. And he could tell him what that message was. So I started this car. I shouldn't even be talking to you, but you have my interest. And then I realized, oh, and by the way, I forgive you. Peace out. Go be disappointing somewhere else. Realistically, you have nothing to talk about. Is that what you started the conversation? I had a dream I had sex with you. Is that where this was about to go? It looks like that, unless there was more to this dream and you just don't want to put it in words, but I don't think so if it was something else. So then I'm like, you're so fucking shallow. Ugh, card's already fallen. Ooh, jeez. Hold up, swole up. Hold up, swole up. You better swell up. We have the High Priestess and the fucking Magician. That's the most powerful power couple ever. Ever, well, dangerous. Dangerous. You would say the only thing less dangerous is the King and Queen of Wands. The Emperor and Empress aren't dangerous unless they're, tyrants, unless they're in the reverse. These two are fucking dangerous. What am I seeing? The couple, bro. The holy union. Let me just bow my head. In society, too. This is wild. Whoa. What the fuck? It's alright, I ain't got shit going on. I did all my chores yesterday. I was a good house bitch, so I could sit around just tripping on the energy today like I'm supposed to on a moon day. That's trippy, bro. Really? Yeah. It's the start of the deck. I can't just, the only person I'm seeing is Wolfman. Realistically, he's the only one that understands this shit, bro. He's the only one that could even possibly grasp the words that are coming out of my fucking mouth when I say something like that. He's the only one. Oh, man. It's getting close, huh? Okay. I'll be lying if I wasn't processing you, if I haven't been slowly for the last week. What is the processing? Just taking off the negative feelings and starting at zero again to give an opportunity. When you shut down an opportunity, you have your reasons and you have to take your ego off to start over again. Every time I have to deal with fucking BimBro over here, I have to take off, well, you pissed me off last time. And that's where it is. It's like, all right, well, don't start pissed off. Allow them to piss you off again. Start at a 0 point. Realistically, give people an opportunity. Don't, you know what I mean? Whatever. Disappointing as it may be. I'm seeing this. I just got pulled out of my experience to face the mirror. It's like, well, whatever BimBro was talking about, that is not what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at a totally different dude right now. Oh, God, they're shadow working me. Come on, Kobe. What are they saying? That's hurtful. There is my alignment. You don't align with me, bro. You guys don't align. Oh, man. Here we are, Wolfman. Maybe that's what he saw. I saw you with someone else. I bet you did. There's a bunch of us up here. And because your mind is so pathetic, I bet you saw it in a sexual way. Spirits don't have sex, stupid. Spirits don't have sex, stupid. That's your fucking fantasies, bro. That's fucking alcohol, porn, fucking medication, marijuana, whatever you fucking put in your head, in your body, and the last thought you went to sleep with. Spirits don't have sex, stupid. You don't need to go through that to have that joy with another person in the spirit realm. That's why we go there. You don't need the flesh. That's what I mean. I have a great relationship with Russ in the astral world. He just gets in the way. His spirit and I are best friends, and we laugh and we joke, and he's a great feeling. His spirit is a great feeling. The person is awful. He's got a great spirit. He really does. He's a wonderful spirit. And then if you can't see it in him, think about Marshall. You can't see it on him either, but he has a wonderful, loving, caring, kind, Lewis Hamilton spirit. They're great spirits, but they're not allowed to be free. You're not allowed to see that part of them. You're not allowed to connect. They won't let you. Not in the flesh. None of us were ever going to connect with Kobe in the flesh like we do in the spirit, because he had to hold his head up. There was responsibilities, there was reasons, but not Kobe. If you could get to him, he will talk to you. He wasn't like these bastards that won't take a picture, won't reply a message, won't send you a fucking letter, nothing. And that's what I mean, is the spirit is all freeing, and it's a great place. Now, going back to fucking Wolfman. Damn, why is this today? Why are we talking? I don't know. Let's just deal with it. I prayed for him, and that's what manifestations is. The whole time I was going through the twin flame journey, I kept imagining another man that would come in and save me from this. And I literally used those words. My only hope is a soulmate to get me out of this. And I started kind of learning stuff and kind of designing this man. You know what I mean? I want somebody that knows spirituality, that's doing the things that I'm doing, somebody that aligns with that, somebody that's adventurous. You know what I mean? Somebody that's independent, that doesn't have all kinds of fucking baggage, that's not afraid to make their own decisions. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Somebody responsible, somebody this, that, and the other. I just told the universe throughout, a long period of time what I wanted. And he showed up. And I said it over and over, but nobody really heard. I was like, he was made to be everything I wanted. It's like, damn, did you see what I manifested? It's literally alive. He's literally alive. And he's a fucking Chicano from San Diego. Are you fucking serious? He speaks Spanish. He travels. He's sexy. He's covered in tattoos. He loves the mystic arts. He was everything I wanted. But I wasn't, I was looking for things because that's what I'm doing. And I guess at that point, I don't know, self-sabotage, but the spirit made me know. And they kept showing me that there's nothing wrong with him. Not really. I mean, he had some goofy practices, but so do you and your stupid religious beliefs. There's nothing different from his weird religious. That's what I make jokes about it. It's like you guys and your fucking prayers to Jesus and shit are no weirder than what he's doing over there in the dark. The Holy Spirit made me realize that through him, the act of Hades and Persephone, there's an inner spirit in me that tames around him. I tame myself. Nobody does. I just do. You'll see me apologize or calm down or something like that until I'm untamed, which I'm allowed to be. But there's this inner sense of submission where I don't have to do this with him, or I shouldn't. Whatever it is, a part of me tunes down. And ever since I started focusing on him, I started working on my masculinity, which allowed me to be in my femininity. These men don't. Bimbo over here, I have to be a whole dude dealing with a BimBro like this. Realistically, I have to even call him that. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to be in control, but I haven't found a person yet where I can release control until it started coming to this person. Then the Holy Spirit started showing me how he could be active. They showed me him active in my community centers. I didn't forget that thought of us, entertaining the children and having a great, replay of, history and bringing outside children. They showed me as him an active role in the community. They didn't show me in bed with him, and that's because that would freak me out. They didn't show me committed to him because that would freak me out. They showed us in a community together, in a society together. And that, that's where it could be too, is because he also, with the right training, and that's what they showed me, you can make him the emperor. And by doing that, you can be the empress. And as I told fucking Bobby all that time ago, he needs me in this world that we live in, the magical world that we live in. It's the divine feminine that chooses. The high priestess chooses her priest. Really? He has to be initiated. It's not like, through other religions. There's other ways through other religions, but this is through the feminine. The feminine knows when you have activated all your feminine side. You have to show that you have control over your feminine power and that you use feminine power in order to be part of the divine feminine, which is magic. All magic comes from your feelings. And without being able to show that you work with your feelings and you have feelings and that that's dangerous to teach a person with a bad heart how to handle magic because they're using it with bad intentions. You have to have a solid heart for this work. And that's why it's all designed by women. We know if you're a caring person. We know if you're a kind person. We know, it's that inner knowing. And so we choose. And because of that, that you're around safe people. Realistically, yeah, we're not a patriarchy where we're choosing, our cabinet are some shady people, but they do good work. No, we have to, as women, we keep around a certain type of protection. And especially if there's a man in the women's field, you have to know he's safe. And so that's where that is. He can't be initiated into the craft without women. And actually, his divine feminine feelings. And that's where I come to teach him, because who am I? The goddess, the divine feminine in the flesh. I teach everyone. But none of you listen. but he has already been practicing it. He was already invocating the divine feminine, the goddesses. He understood Aleister Crowley. They told you where every bit of the magic came from. And so the more you learned what this deity had to offer, which is, why do I go to Jesus? Why do I go to Buddha? I don't need to go to the dark. I don't need empowerment. I don't need all of those. I have all of that. I need peace, patience, the fruits of the spirit. I got all that. But most of you guys have weeks. Your lives have destroyed you, and you pray to Lucifer or to Lilith to re-empower yourself. You know what I mean? To reestablish your identity, to feel good about yourself again. When nobody else loved you, you come to the dark and we re-empower you. You know what I mean? That's what that is. So him praying to the dark, and with that, with those powers, you're pretty strong and you have the ability to create things, and that's the magician. The whole point of it, though, is through the heart, and that's where I come in and I teach everyone. It's the divine feminine. People can sit there and put their wicked shit, and that's where we get hexes and curses from. But you can't put a hex and a curse on somebody with a good heart. You could fuck with them a little bit, make them cry, make things a little, a little harder, but their heart will always break through. And that's where I teach you guys, because it doesn't even matter if they're magically attacking you or not. This world, you need your heart to keep going through it. Really? Mm-hmm. Going back to these BimBros, you ain't got no heart, bro. You ain't got no heart. Seriously? I mean, when you invite a girl, here comes the dudes, here comes all my rapper friends and their bimbos. They look great and stuff, and they come in and they smile and they're excited to meet you, and hi, it's nice to meet you and stuff like that. And then as soon as they talk, it's nothing. It's so surface. Russ, can you bring your bimbo to the conversation, please, so we can have a conversation with Jonica and ask what's going on in her life and what's exciting and what are her dreams and aspirations and what she's working on? Oh, she's going to tell us about brunch with her friends yesterday. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. And that goes back to Lewis. Lewis hangs out with a bunch of bimbos and BimBros. These are all surface level people that are talking about fashion and I don't know, nothing important. You know what I mean? The next thing, and they're talking about the Met Gala. They're talking about the Grammys. They're talking about the next game. They're talking about their fucking, everybody's talking about their fucking Super Bowl fucking, you know what I mean? Predictions and plans. And then after that, they're talking about their summer plans and they're this and that. They're so fucking trendy. Okay, bye. Nobody's talking about the future. Nobody's talking about current events. Nobody's talking about shit, bro. They're just talking about their weak-ass realities, this little world they live in, and they want to share it with you, of their everyday life. That is so very fucking not exciting. And yeah, I sit here I'm like the most ain't doing shit bitch, but can turn every bit of the day into a lifelong lesson. And that they're still struggling to figure out what they're going to make for dinner tonight. What they're going to wear next Friday. Last Friday. I mean, God help me. Moving on. All right, so back to this. He's not a bad. I'm still working on it. It's not you, it's me. Realistically, yeah. Yeah. I know you're not bad. I'm not ready for all this bullshit. Realistically, I'm still dealing with BimBros. Can't you see? All right, let's just read the cards as they are after giving you, the past, the present, and the future. Realistically, let's go back to Persephone. I was just going to do what I was going to do until my life got adventurous with this guy. I had a pretty boring ass life, you know what I mean? Me and my mother, Demeter, I just lived with the gods. It was pretty boring. It was pretty uneventful. Life was life, pretty predictable until I'm in the pits of hell with this guy. And he's showing me all the wonderful things of hell. Sounds like me, right? Role reversal. Let me show you all the great places of hell that I've lived in. Let's read these out of the books. Really? Well, I mean, that's how my Monday started. I fucking love you, but fuck. I just want a fucking real future, bro. Quit fucking playing around. What the fuck are you talking about? Somebody else would have said something. They would have had more depth. Am I supposed to feel great because you were dreaming about me? Was it? There's a lot of people dreaming about me. B asked me yesterday, how come I don't post pictures? I told her exactly why. She said, why don't you put your face on there? I was all because these fucking doppelgangers and the masturbators. I said, it's changed now. I checked it because we were going through some growth. Last I checked, it was at like 67% males, but it was always in the high 80s. I had 80% of 3,000 people that are men. I didn't want to put sexy pictures of myself because I already got the regular men jerking off to me in their imagination. I'm a beautiful woman and I talk dirty, and you get that thought and you want to see the face and now you want to stick your dick in my mouth. That's not funny. Control your thoughts. That's how you think of every woman? Oh, you turned me on. Shut up. I can't talk without you having control over your genitals. Realistically, or furthermore, I can't talk without you having control over your rage. I can't talk without you having control over your depression, your anxiety, your fears. What'd I say? Let's get out of greed, and now we're going into lust. Everything I say is offensive, tempting, annoying, whatever, triggering. Don't be putting that shit on me. Don't put your dick on me. Don't put your tears on me. Don't put your anger on me. Don't put nothing on me. If you can't hear me, then don't hear me. But don't put all your feelings on me every time I say something. Really? Yeah. And that's what I told her. She's like, you're right. I'm very right. I don't need dudes masturbate. And I told her, I am 100,000% sure there is an OnlyFans account with pictures of just me, and I am not there. There are random people on the internet paying to jerk off to images of me, and I'm not even getting in on this. I am 100,000% sure of it. And if I had to guess, I'd say it was my ex-husband that did it. Really? I mean, seriously. His fucking sister put my name on some fucking website, and I was getting weird fucking calls and shit. They sent me packages of little dicks and shit. They're fucking weirdos. Fucking weirdos. Like, go live your life, weirdo. Oh, you know what? Let's just make her life a living hell. Your life is a living hell. I think this is funny. There's guys, really horny guys talking to me, and you wish that no guy would talk to me. I'm having fun with this. I've always thought about being a fucking 900 sex number. Hello. Seriously, go fuck yourselves with both your hands and your toes, lubrication, lotion, whatever it takes. Make love to yourself. Just remember, while you're doing that, you're crazy. I'm not there. This is all in your head. I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. They're called Ashira poles. Straight up the ass. Really? Sorry. Let's go back to the High Priestess. Hi, my name is... What? My name is... These are those moments. Marsha's like, I love my girl. She is so fucking crazy. Don't you like that? You want to make a song about it, right? These fucking BimBros. That's your homies. You can't even touch this. You can't touch this. Boop, 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 boop. In the moon pants, I'm gonna moonwalk your ass, bro, because I am the goddess of the moon. You and your boys be some BimBros. Really? Yeah. Just puffed up, good-looking men that are in the room. Especially Royce. You non-saying shit, bitch. Put your hands up. Let me touch your muscles. Something. What did you come for? Why are they like that? I don't know. It's not like they don't have thoughts. Like, when we're talking, they want to say something. They just don't. Fine. That's what I mean. You don't have any thoughts or feelings to the conversation. You have no arousal to the conversation. You just want to arouse yourself in masturbation. Let's start rhyming, shall we? No, Father Rhyme, get out of my fucking energy. That was a good one, huh? I knew you'd love that. It didn't even come from Pac. I couldn't even give the credit to no one. It was me. I was like, this fucking bimbo. No, he's a fucking BimBro. At first, I called him a bimbo, and I was like, wait, he's a BimBro. He's a BimBro. Einhorn is a man. Sorry. I have these moments with him. I love you, too. I want to tell you, go get away from me with this bullshit. It's so very entertaining to my growth, but you're, like, not helping me. You're not helping this situation. I don't know what you're doing for yourself. This is crazy. Really? Yeah. That conversation didn't go the way you thought it was, or did it? Never does with me. Don't attempt to think that you know what I'll say, because even I don't. Let's go back to the High Priestess. Damn, bro, and the Magician. This is crazy, because we're manifesting, and that's how it works. The High Priestess, that's me. I can tell you everything I see. I can tell you everything I see, but I don't have the ability to create everything I see. I can share it with everyone, and they could, and that's the manifestations. You have to put the fucking willpower and all of that. I only take 1 or 2 things and create it, but I see everything. Fucking BimBro. That's a song. I know Russ really wants to make a song out of this, but you're guilty too, BimBro, and your girlfriend and your family. Your mom's a hoe, BimBro. Your sister's a BimBro. Your fucking brother's a BimBro. You are Father BimBro. No, he is.
They're called himbos.
No, it's a boy.
That's a himbo. Bimbos are women. Himbos are men.
No. Himbos? Oh.
Himbos are men.
No. Really? Someone already got to it before me?
Yes.
Oh, no.
There's
My life
bimbos,
is crushed.
which are women, and then there's himbos, which are men.
I like BimBros. Whatever.
Bimbos is like the trans.
Him bros. Damn. See, we'd be thinking, who's that person? They gave them the same thought as me. Realistically, I mean, you jump to the same conclusions, don't you? There's got to be a word for this. There's got to be a word. See, that's the collective creativity. There was another chick that already experienced a him bro. I like BimBro. I like him bro. No, I don't like that. I like BimBro because we know what we're talking about right here. But that was a good one too. That was a good one. Way to add. See, that's what I mean. That's conversation. That she's not part of it, but she's got something to add to it, and it's good. It's worth hearing. That's my son. He don't say shit. He ain't saying shit, but when he does, it lights up the room. That's Benjamin Franklin. He's processing. He don't say shit, but when he does, he does. Like he just drops. It's like a Michael Jackson thing. He just changes the environment. The other day, my daughter was like, there's nothing to eat. There's nothing to eat. I was like, make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. She was like, we're bitching at each other, bro. We're just bitching. He's just in the room. He's always just in the room. He never says shit. But sometimes he'll say something. And it's funny. So I was like, just have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. She's like, I've had like 3. I was like, well, go for 4. Go for gold. And he walks in and just starts laughing. And then I realize how dumb this conversation is. He's really just adds to it by really not doing much. Just your giggle made this all better. Really? Yeah, we have a few of those where he'll hear me say something and then he'll really make it funny. You add to it. Thank you for the him bros. We're going to stick away from the him bros and the bim bros. The high priestess is me. I see all this shit. And that's why I wanted to see what he saw. I'm always interested. How is God connecting to you? What are you seeing in your imaginary world? What fucking visitors or spirits are talking to you? What thoughts keep coming up in your mind? What memories? You don't know how the brain works. I do. So that was interesting. But then I realized he's just talking about sex. I'm sure of it. What a loser. Realistically, you dream about having sex with me. Congratulations. Were you as wonderful in the dream, or you just saw me wonderful? That's what I always think about. You fucking losers. You see me as this fucking Olympian sexitarian, and you're over there what? You're always looking for performance outside of yourself, but never looking at your own performance. Can you look down for a minute? Do you see your wiener? I want all of you men to look down and see your wiener. Okay, if you can't because of your belly, then let's start with just going for a 30-minute walk every day, and we're not going to talk any further than that. Realistically, there's nothing wrong with a man body, but you should be able to see your wiener. Really? I should be able to see my vagina, don't you think? What does it look like? Get out of my face, Holy Spirits. That probably was your thoughts and not mine. I'm just saying, stop worrying about everybody else's performance and start worrying about yours. Are you dreaming of you doing, you know what I mean? You're always winning. You're always in these stupid dreams, guys. You always see yourself getting the gold medal. You don't see yourself playing the game. You just see they're in victory. You didn't see how long it took you to get there. I'm done. Sorry. I can take a bad day and turn it fucking better. All right, let's get back to this. We are at the high priestess. They croak and they cry all about you, hemming you in and feathering their nest with bits and pieces they steal from you. See? Sounds like fucking thieves. Dim the outer light and let the ordinary senses become dulled. Shut them out entirely. Pour yourself into the silence that pulls around you in the silver light of the moon. Drift down past the dreams, hopes, and desires, releasing them as you submerge. I'm getting downloads. Until you reach the center, until you comprehend the truth. Okay, do you see the moon? No, you can't. You see the moon on the High Priestess? See the moon? See the moon? Tonight's the crescent moon. It's the moon of the High Priestess. We are on a moon day. My daughter showed me this game she was playing yesterday called The Goddess of the Moon. She was showing me, and I was intrigued how they depict the Goddess of the Moon. And naturally, every Goddess of the Moon always has the crescent moon. Okay? That's the priestess. That's the connection. It's always a sign of the light in the darkness, the dimmest light in the darkness, right? And it's always about introspection. I talked about this in my earlier video, which was kind of a rant and rave. It was what do I call it? Something about relationships. And I'm teaching you in the last 2 days how to break a thought completely open, realistically, to see where it comes from. You're never going to have access outside of yourself until you deal with the stuff that's clouding you inside yourself, which in spirituality, we could say something fucked up and say your chakras are blocked. It's that simple. Your energetic fields, you're not getting information, you're not getting energy, you're not getting inspiration, you're not getting the flow of life through you. And most importantly, why? Because it's in your fucking mind and it's in your heart. And that's why they called me into life, to help you work. I'm the in-between, the mind and the heart, the goddess of the moon. Your moon rolls over your mind and your emotions. So when you're over there and you can't control your emotions, I know how to deal with you. When you can't control your thoughts or you don't understand them, I know how to help you. That's what I rule over. Okay? But at the same time, a dark person like me that masters the mind and the emotions and becomes a master manifester can also do some serious harm, because we know how to manipulate the mind to do what we want it to do. We start with our own. And I am teaching you how to reprogram your mind and how to watch out for master manipulators. And that's what it is. I use my words to create my reality. I can use my words to manipulate yours just as much as my own. And that's where these people come in, they call it the fucking snake's tongue and shit like that. Really? Yes. So right now, the High Priestess is just like every one of those cards that I tell you. It's the reflection card. The High Priestess, the Moon, duh, they're both the same. The Eight of Cups, which is reflection. A Six of Swords, which we already talked about yesterday, and taking that journey. All of this. We start with the questioning, and it goes on. You're about to go down a very deep pipe hole called the awakening, but it's also called the dark night of the soul. You're going to go through the darkest nights to get your soul back. And that's where I go back to. The more shadow work that Marshall does, the more we can see his happy soul again. We see him in public. We see him smiling. We see him doing things that normal people do. We can see he has life again, that he has life. Where did that come from? Wasn't he full of life? Yes, but what happened? His experiences turned him into a cold, isolated person where he no longer wanted to be part of life for all different reasons. As he started working on that, he started forcing himself to go into uncomfortable places more and more often, to be part of life, to be part of experience, to not sit at home and watch the game. Fuck, I'm rich. I'm rich, bitch. I can get on a fucking plane right now and sit in front of these motherfuckers. He got a wild hair up his ass and realized who he was, and he went and sat and watched some fucking, some fight nights with his buddies. After that, he started going to football games and realized, I like this. This is something I can do. It's not so bad. Nobody's going to attack me. I can enjoy this. He started doing things. He started fighting, his fears and his past experiences, and realized it is safe. There's not crowds of fucking people. It's not the 1990s. People aren't trying to fucking, Well, he always has that stalker or two, right? You and me both. Really? Realistically, that's what this means. It means pull out, bro, and deal with you. Don't deal with the world. Deal with the inner world. Drift down past the dreams, hopes, and desires, releasing them as you submerge until you reach the center, until you comprehend the truth. And that's the truth in all matters. You're looking for the truth. You become a truth seeker, but what happens is all the lies are exposed. You're looking for nothing but the truth, and all you're getting is the lies on this way. Really? You just want to know the truth about people, about places, about things. It starts inside of you. Looking within, donning the shroud of wisdom, shedding the pretense of obvious opinions, contemplation of many possibilities. And that's shedding the limitations too. There's nothing standing in front of me but me. A great idea. I can get inspired by a great idea to spend my day this way. There's nothing standing in front of me but my own fears. Why don't you want to get in your car and go have a great adventure? What's stopping me from a great adventure? My own fears, my logical mind that could say things will go wrong, or I don't have enough, or it can just bring up limitations, but there's nothing stopping me but my own mind. Really? If you invited me to do something today, the only person that can say no is me. I can blame it on, no, I got my kids, the kids have the day off. I can give you excuses. They're not, though. If I wanted to come and do this, I can do this. I just got to put some effort, which is time and energy, and have this experience. So simplistic. Today, don't do anything. Just start questioning why you're not doing shit and what you are doing. Really? Let's move on to the Magician. Different fucking deck, though. Really? Yeah, and that's what it is. I turned into the High Priestess by doing just that, spending all my time in reflection. After I got past myself, I got to the universe, and that's what I tell you. What do you do all day? I told you. I sit there and I work through me, right? So sometimes I have thoughts and I'll work through that. Sometimes I have feelings. It's cold, or, I'm hungry or something. Feelings, basic ones, reptilian feelings and thoughts. But after that, it's clear. And now I can see anything that God puts in my vision, which is everything. In a matter of moments, bro, I can see so many different things. And that's your dream world. That's what happens when you guys go to sleep. It's 1 billion images per second. And that's really what we're doing in the front. Joe Bart did a video about that, about memory, I think it is, and how you take in imagery, but as soon as you take it in, whatever. He did another video about it too. I'm just sitting in there taking massive images of past, present, and future. The future I can only see as an end, a fall end. I can't see all the details. I just see the end of the book. It always ends the same way. I can't see all of the details of where everyone is at this end. I see my end. I see the end. Not everybody's ending, but the end, which is the end of my time, not the end of time, just where it all comes to the end. I can tell you with certainty, I'm 99 years. What month of that? I don't know. I can tell you we're standing outside and it's at night. I'm standing next to other people. And I'm standing. I'm not in a wheelchair. I'm standing. At 99 years old, I'm standing up next to people and they make a joke. And I go to take in a deep breath of this joke and the body collapses and I turn around and I see it. And I look up and there's Pac, Kobe, all my spirits. And we start laughing real hard and then we leave from here. Where we go from there is to the stars. And what happens after that? I don't know. God's trying to get me on some other new planet. Not right away, but I see that. That's all I can see. Really? I can't tell you what happens between now and 99 years. I can tell you for that to happen is a lot of work. I can't tell you what happens in 5 years from now. It comes. You know what I mean? I saw a friend get pregnant. Obviously, it wasn't that month, but I saw when she got pregnant. I see the moment when she's pregnant. I seen her when she's pregnant. It will happen. This isn't a part of my imagination where I'm hoping you get pregnant. I see what will happen. I've seen this. It will be. I've already seen it. I sit here and I see all kinds of things. I can see the past. I can see ancient times. I can see old lives. I can see all kinds of shit. And that's what I do all day. When I leave here, what do? I go sit outside. How long? Until I feel guilty, or until my legs hurt, or until I get hungry, or until I gotta pee. I will sit there for hours, and then I'll come up and I'll eat and I'll move around things. I'll check on the kids. I'll do a couple tasks. I'll do a reading, and then I go back. And then I'll come up, and again, I'll warm up. I'll have a cigarette. I might lay down for a minute. I've only been doing this recently. I might catch a video, but then I go back outside. I am always out there. I am always out there. I bundle myself up. If it's hot, Oklahoma sucked. I just am out there. I can't do anything inside. It's like a box. It's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like a coffin to me. I come in and I clean it and I do this and I go back to where that's my space. This isn't my space. That's my space. Wherever, outside. I'm serious. You want to stalk me? You'll find me all day out there, bro. I'm serious. Where am I at when I'm not working? Outside. Where am I at night? Outside. I'm not in my bed. I'm not on the couch. I'm not in front of a TV. I'm not in groups. I'm literally on a blanket outside, usually burning sage, smoking or something. Always listening to music and always watching shit. That's my temple. I make a temple anywhere I go. And that's what I do all day. And that's what I said. I space out. That's all I do. I'm in space all day until I come out knowing that I got to do something. But there's nothing for me to do than to space out. I could sit here and be like, well, I have shit to do today. I got money. I don't know. Let's jump in the car. Let's go find something to do. I don't have that wandering mind that's looking for entertainment. I know damn well all I got to do is sit still. And I'll see the most unbelievable things. I'll experience it. And not only that, but I can bring back unbelievable information for people. That was inspiration, bro. Even if you're not going to take that word, which was BimBro, I'm surrounded by nothing but creatives that are looking for creative outlets. Even if they don't take the word, they took the idea. And that's where it is. I take all of this stuff and I have to find a word to put it into. And just with our words, we create. Maybe I don't create anything off of that, which I totally shouldn't. Shouldn't be walking around calling dudes BimBros. Leave it to Lilith. You probably shouldn't either. But I ain't mad at you. God wouldn't let me get away with it. But if he lets you, just, remember who, shoot something down my way. I have great ideas. I can't just apply all of them. It'd be a great idea to, today's a great day to pack up the kids and go to the fucking Nature and Science Museum. What's stopping me? The kids' unwillingness to want to do some stupid shit like that. Hey, you guys want to go to the museum? No, they fucking sure don't. Realistically, then you can put on the traffic, the cold weather, the irritation of human beings, and then I'm like, nah, forget it. That was a great idea, but that I don't really want to do. And then one day I'll be like, you know what? It's not going to be that bad. I'm just going. I might go by myself. Sometimes it's like, those things. Well, I ain't got no one to go with. I'm going then. Fuck you. I enjoy my own company and I'm never alone. There's always the spirits having a conversation with me about what I'm witnessing. Really? Can I get a name? All right, let's go to the Magician. That's what it is. Everybody wants to be a manifester. You want to be able to create realities like I do. That's what I told him. Go back to your pathetic reality. Quit dreaming. They're just dreams to you. Unless you take action, you're just fantasizing, bro. Realistically, yes, you're just fantasizing about a bitch. You're not going to actually do anything about it, right? Or you're expecting me to what? Take my panties off? What were you dreaming about? Does it even sound like me? And that's where you guys with your fucking weird ass dreams, you guys be going off. That's not real, bro. You're hallucinating. You're imagining. And that's coming from an unhealed place usually. All right. Something incredible is about to happen. I feel it. You're feeling inspired in that anything is possible. It always is. When you get to that place, when you're like, dude, today is a great day and I have no idea, but it's going to be an adventure. The adventure happens. You call it in. You're willing for the adventure. And then you wake up like me and it's like, not today, God, not today. And he's like, oh, you want to play? You can't call off work on God. It's like, come on, I have a great day for you. I don't want to. Come on, you're going to love it. I don't want to. That's that weird meme. Where'd they find that scrubby kid? That kid looks scrubby. You seen that meme on Instagram? It's this weird kid. He's like, I have a surprise. Come with me. You're going to like it. Have you seen it? I'll find one and I'll download and I'll share it tonight in case you haven't seen this scary, scrubby kid. He's a scary kid. I'll be like, damn, where's your parents? I don't know if I want to follow you, kid. Where are we going? He's a scary little kid on this meme. Really? Sorry. My Holy Spirits are funny. All right. When this card appears, you are a master of your own destiny with the tools, with the will and tools to achieve your goals. And you know it. Hey, I hit that Bimbo in his back side with that. It's like you don't have any thoughts or feelings, inspiration or willpower. You don't have an idea to save your life. You don't have any fucking passion to go after anything or willpower. You're not taking action. You are not a manifest. You're not. Hey, bro. I can inspire even the weakest people to take action. You, and that's what it is. You can't even. That's mean to say, and I know it's so mean. But I'm talking to a child. How can I say this to you? How can I say it to him, Jesus? It's like talking to a child. You don't understand me. I'm waiting for you to say something, but I realize at this moment, what's taking you so long to respond is you don't have a thought in your head. You don't know what to say. You have no idea what to contribute to the conversation. I just said a sentence and you don't have a follow-up sentence. You do not have thoughts. Okay, well, forget it. You don't know how you think about that. How did that make you feel? Do you want to talk about that? You have nothing. There's no response out of you. And if I ask you what you're doing today, nothing. There's no inspiration or passion. You're working or going to work. Shit, same shit as yesterday. This is boring. Why am I talking to you? You're a BimBro. Realistically, seriously. Now, Wolfman, sit down, bro. I got an idea. Is he going to sit there and tell me why we can't do this? Or is he going to help me figure out how we can do this? Is he full of blockages, of excuses, of fears, of reasons, limitations why I just had a great idea and he can't be part of it and I shouldn't be part of it and that's never going to happen? Or is he going to sit down with that? That's a fucking great idea. Let's figure this out. Those are the type of people I want in my life. Not some fucking person that doesn't even know what I'm fucking talking about. The astral world? Oh, God. What were you dreaming? And then that was the question. Forget it. What were you dreaming? What were we doing? Silence. Silence. You can't put this in words. You saw something. You told me that you saw something. You wanted to tell me about it, but now you can't tell me? I'm talking to a child. What do you want? Why are you telling me this? And I do that sometimes with my children, even in their teenage years. All right, what are you trying to tell me? I don't understand. What are you trying to show me? I'm a kid. Just to get to the point. What are you trying to get across to me? I don't mean to be rude. It just comes off rude. Like, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want to tell me something? No. Okay, then what the fuck are you talking? Why are you standing in front of me? My patience is not so well right now. It's never been my strongest suit, but it's just like, I'm just really get to the point, bro. Like, get to the point. Like, I'm going to scream at you. What the fuck do you want? Like, I can't treat children like that. And I know you're having a hard time, approaching me and you want something. Just tell me. What do you want? What do you want? Like, I'm not going to be nice about this. You got through security. You're here. What do you want? It's my service. I'm not mad at you. I'm here to give God's light. I'm here to spread the juice. All right? When the fucking light is on, come get the light. But don't act stupid at the doorway. You're annoying me. There's other people behind you. There's other people behind you waiting. You're blocking the light. What do you want? Make yourself known at the gate, bro. Just tell me what you fucking want. And if it is something so stupid, I've come for sex. You really know how stupid you sound, right? You came here to the goddess for that. Can you please go away? Please don't make me embarrass you. Just go away, dude. Please. You didn't come to take the goddess's hand in marriage. You didn't come to fight with the goddess. You didn't come to join the goddess's army. You came for sex. What in your weak mind thinks that the goddess wants to have sex with you? And that's what I see, Wolfman. When you come to my community, you're going to meet him. He'll decide whether you meet me. No, she's not going to want to hear this shit. No, I'm not going to tell her that shit. No way, bro. No way. You know better. She's not going to want to hear. He knows better. He's not going to bring you to me. He's going to stop you at the fucking door. Nah, bro. Nah, she don't need to deal with you. Nah, bro. What do you want? If it was Wolfman standing in front of me taking my messages, you get to the fucking point or you wouldn't even come to the fucking door. You wouldn't even come to the fucking door. Do you do this shit around would you do this shit with Eminem? You worked all so hard to get in his fucking presence. And you're going to sit there like a BimBro, waving, smiling, not saying anything. You're not going to shake his hand. You're not going to say hi. You're not going to, anything. You just want to be in the air. You want just a picture. Picture me rolling. Get out of my fucking space. Realistically, I mean, fuck. Gosh, they know what I'm talking about, don't you? You guys know these crowds of people that are just like, just want to be in your air. I'm not Jesus, bro. Get out of my face. Realistically, I feel you breathing on me. What do you want? No, I just want to tell you how great you are. Okay, and what do you want from my greatness? I'm gonna destroy you in that sense. Realistically, nah. I'm not gonna be your friend. I'm your teacher. I'm God's goddess. I'm not anything like that, dude. You don't go. I'm trying to get in real good with the priest. Why? So I can get in good with God? That's not how this works. You don't have to be my friend to be friends with God. You don't have to be my fucking friend to fucking manifest. You don't have to be my fucking friend to talk to divination. None of this involves a friendship. Just listen to what I'm teaching you. Why do you want to be my friend? Why do you want to be part of my inner circle? That would be including spending time with me, going out to places, doing things. You know what I mean? Keeping in constant conversation. Quit being so fucking friendly. You're not able to offer that to me. What do you want from me? I figured if I was your friend, then this would happen. Get to the point. A friendship with me would give you what? What do you want? So I can give it to you. You don't have to be my friend. I'll give it to you. I'm here to give it to you, whatever it is. Just go away. Realistically, I mean, what am I holding back? I don't care. It's fucking Santa Claus. Dig in the bag. Dig in Mary Poppins' bag and give them what they want. Get them out of my face. That's all you want. You don't want me. You want what's in the bag. What do you want out of my bag? Really? Pretty much. Okay, let's go back to this. The magician represents creation and positive action. He offers a new beginning or opportunity in which you are able to take the initiative, right? Make good decisions and thrive on the challenge. And that's it too. He has a good knowing. You think he's going to let you talk to me? Realistically? The Knights Templar, they're going to let you talk to me? If Pac was here right now, realistically. But be clear that your underlying motives and intentions guard against becoming too arrogant. Don't forget that this is a power that flows through you, not one that you own, or you'll lose it. And that's where people come, I got Big Sean and tore his life apart. He came out here doing all these interviews that he's a master manifester and everything in his life he's ever manifested. Bitch, you worked hard. Broken back and fucking toenails, bro. You worked hard for your money. You didn't manifest. You don't even know what a manifestation is until you met me. And a manifestation is just that. It's a vision given by God on your life. And you take minimal action and it becomes a reality. For the new moon, did I get any new visions? No. Why? Because I have too much already on my plate. I haven't made room for anything new. I don't have room for anything new in my life. I have too much new already. I have a new house. I have a new car. I have a new job coming in. I have new teachings. I have taking my career to the next level. I'm working on new music. I got too much new. I don't need anything new. I'm so full of new that I don't need something new. I don't need a new toy or new focus. I just need to focus on all the new shit I already got. Really? Mm-hmm. And that's like having your birthday after Christmas. Well, what do you want for your birthday? I'm content. I got everything I wanted for Christmas. Really? That's how I feel about this one. I'm full. I'm so full. I don't even know what to do. There's so much to do. I have so much to manifest. I have to manifest furniture for a new house. I have to manifest what car I want to have. You know what I mean? I have to manifest all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? Somebody's ringing in my ear. This job, I still haven't manifested it. I'm not going to go into medical billing and coding. So I still am up for a new, job. I have a lot new going. So I was willing to take on new projects, but I didn't need anything new. And that's what, even Morgan was asking. It's like, well, what do you want? I got everything I want coming to me in all great time. I'm great. The only thing that's not here is a partner. But even then, they've already promised this one. Not that it will, they promise that we'll meet, that we'll align, and that we'll come into union. Doesn't necessarily mean we'll fully meet, but at least that we can align again. And that's where it can start over. Really? There's lots of possibilities for a future partnership. It's just, where are they aligning with me at? Are they aligning with me on a fucking, you know what I mean? On some weak shit or on some strong shit? Because I have weak days and I have strong days. Do I want someone that's just there to keep me comfortable when I'm going through the hard times, or someone that's going to push me through the hard times? And that's what it is I want someone like what I already have, which is my spirit guides. I want what I am. Period. No more, no less. And that's where I kind of get at Wolfman. I was like, oh, you're so much like me. It's terrible. Well, if you got a hold of it, you'd be just as powerful as me. You have all of the negative qualities, and I've given you all the same negative qualities, and I've given you all the tools to alchemize them to have all the same similar positive qualities. If you take this substance, which is this negative quality, and you apply heat to it like I did, you're going to have the same fucking, you know what I mean? Meth ball when you're done. It's the alchemical transmutation of energy. But that's it. Not everybody fucking applies the heat, so they don't get the same results. Really? Mm-hmm. You need the violet flame for that, is what I'm seeing. All right. Let's see. And that's where it is. It's not my power. The little power I take is the little action I take. The real power is, you know what I mean? Making this belief real. Alchemizing a thought into reality is making yourself believe it enough that you can take action in it. That's the real power that you yourself have. But the thoughts, the real good ones, they come from God. You're just trying to chase any thought in your head because you think it's a good idea, or because you saw someone else do it. It brings someone else happiness. Like Morgan, bro, are you fucking serious? I mean, I guess, maybe. But basically, that's where she got the idea, based off nothing more than it was a 6-figure income. Do you know that you can make 6 figures doing just about anything, including going to school, doing something else? She knew nothing about that. She was just chasing money. Why? Why are you chasing money? And that shows that she's not in a good place. Again, God set her up in subsidized living, meaning she can live off of her money comfortably and have her needs met. She can pay her bills and still have money. She can still have enough money to take care of her kid. You know what I mean? Keep a phone, keep a roof over her head, which is like nearly impossible. You're on a fucking welfare check. And you're out here, you know what I mean? All being like this. And it's realistically, she's not chasing it because she wants a better life for her child. She's chasing money. She's chasing money, bro. It's not even authoritative. It's not so I can say that I have this title. It's so I can have that much money. That's dumb. If you're going to go to college, you're going to go to school to learn something that you really want to do with the rest of your fucking life. Something that's important to you. Something you've always thought about, but just didn't have the fucking credentials to do. You're willing to make a 4-year investment for the rest of your life. And then someone like me can just tell you to go to college and, sign you up, and you're just going to, that's how impressionable you are, or what a lack of control over your life you have. We're using her as a very poor example, but she is a poor example. You're lucky to have met a person like me that can put you on the right path, but I'm not going to fucking walk you through life. And that's why God brought me to you, to make you aware of your behaviors and put you on the right path. But if you stumble, then God's there to catch you, but that's it. And going back to it, dude, I'm really tiptoeing, but I know she's on fucking dope. And that's why she acted out like this. Realistically, which means and I said that, bro. God's not letting me around her because she's in some low vibrational shit. God's not letting me. He's dealing with her. And he's going to keep you away from me while you're in your low vibration. Because when you're doing that type shit, you bring me into a low vibration. You make me uncomfortable. You take away from my peace because you can't find peace outside of drugs. And you think that just because, you're high and you feel good and you can go around people and they like it. We don't like how you are when you're on drugs. You might like it, but we don't. And obviously, you're a neglectful fucking mother. This all just came up, bro. This is getting uglier and uglier every day that we pull this scab up. The only reason you stopped doing dope is because they took your fucking kid away. You got your kid away, you got your kid back, and you moved into this fucking building. And you supposedly were going to get your life better, but I have proof that you were getting high while you were here. God gave you a fucking new house and paid all your fucking bills, and now we find out you're fucking still getting high in your fucking house. Running around, you got your fucking nails done, but she's running around in a shitty fucking diaper. Your whole fucking life is in a fucking mess, and you haven't done shit about it. I am not your fucking sponsor. You need to get your shit together before someone comes in and takes that kid away from you again. A fucking functioning drug addict. That kid doesn't want to be around a functioning drug addict. That kid wants a mommy. Not someone that's lit in their fucking thoughts looking for the next little fucking thing to do, their next little task, just because they can't deal with their own thoughts and feelings of failure. I am so upset. And I've been holding it back, bro. And that's where it is. It's like, bro, she's no good. Not to herself, not to others. And you see these people and you want to help them, bro. You want to get them on the right path. You want to protect their kids. You want to do something for them, bro. They're not your fucking problem. They're a problem for sure. Pray for them. And you're like, where's God? God's all over this, bro. It's not like he don't care about her. How do you think that fucking baby's being protected, bro? And she thinks she's not harming to nobody because she's not out on the streets. She could get her a little bag and just be all fucking zoned out in her brains and, tweaking out, fucking doing laundry, drawing pictures, something. She's not spending time with her. She's not present. She's lost in her fucking thoughts. You know what I mean? That's any drug, any alcohol, bro. You don't want to deal with it. So you're going to put something in it so you're not fucking present in the present. And you think nobody knows. And you think everybody enjoys this part of you. That's not you. This chemically engineered version of yourself to make it through the day. Oh, man, where did this come from? It's a teaching. And it all happened, bro. I was with her, and I got this book. Pull out the book, bro. It all happened with those cards. Those cards and this book. I went to the fucking spiritual store with her, and I bought this book. And all of a sudden, I realized I was dealing with a fucking addict. A real bad one. I always look at these books, dude, and I'm like, dude, like my first book, my Reclaiming Your Dark Goddess. I was like, dude, they should have put a warning on this book. It's like as soon as you touch this book, your life fucking falls apart. I've never even we read like one passage out of this book. The coolest thing I found out about this book was that the person that writes it comes from the Carl Jung Institute in San Francisco. I didn't even know they had an institute of his teachings. It's all psychological teachings about addictions. And most importantly, when I read this, was about Sheila Nagig. I deal with all kinds of sexual traumas. Queen Maeve is a story of me in my past life. It goes back to the Morgan, which was my past life. And she was my sister, Sheila Nagig. So I got this having to do with spirituality. When I brought this in, the very weekend she got these cards. She bought these cards. She was guided by them. And because her name is the Morgan and my past life is the Morgan and I'm connected with the crows, I saw synchronicities. So I encouraged her to buy them. She told me they were dark and I said, bring them to me. And I realized these were shadow cards. I took them from her and I gave her different ones. It was too late. She was already dealing with her shadows. I was just becoming aware of the shadow of a person I was dealing with. So I'm sitting here, why are we talking about Morgan? This is all about Morgan. It's nothing about me. God brings people into our lives, and especially me, because I'm a teacher. So it's like we have these special guest appearances that come in the form of friends or colleagues or something. And it's like murder mystery, right? These people come into my life, and people that have been with me for years, they watch this. They play these roles, and it's all suspenseful, the ups, the downs, the goods, the bads. And then their roles end. And we look back at them as nothing more than a character in a story. And who was that character? And what did we learn from that character? It's like a fucking book report on people all the time. How much did you guys learn from Sophie? What did you guys learn about Ray? Every person that comes into my life, they're just characters. They're just the new, the new teaching tool. Interesting as it is. I'm sitting here, I'm like, why the fuck are we even talking about all this? That's why. And we're still under, we're still with Venus under the High Priestess moon, which is balancing our relationships. We make so many in front of our face, dude. It's just like that. We make all excuses. I would never stand for this, but yet here I am standing right in the middle of it again. right in the middle of it again. You blind yourself to the truth. It was all there. I should have seen. There was all the fucking behaviors to make me realize she's high on something, but I didn't see it. Why? Because I was high on the experience. I was high on the experience. I had just gone to go, I hadn't seen her all this time. I had just gone and I was sitting down in a different office. It was B that met up with her. I got there late. So I was in the office doing my paperwork for my apartment and doing all this great stuff. And I come out on a high. And then I'm sitting with her and B and their kids. And we start talking about all of this stuff. Or I started the conversation about the medical billing and coding. Tell me more. And she starts talking about it. And she's like, well, you got to get the certification for it. That's what it is, they'll pay for the certification. I was like, that's not really helpful. You could go to college and make more off of it, is how I saw it. And that's what started the conversation. But then she went all crazy on it. And then it just got worse and worse. There were so many red flags. But again, I was only present around her. Like after my meeting, we hung out for about 45 minutes. In that time, 2 blowouts. And we walked away like, geez, that was too much. That was crazy. Both of us walked away like that was a lot, right? That was a lot. Then, the next morning I talk to her, whatever, I chop it up, no big deal, whatever. And it's another conversation that blows up into the same instance. And then you look at all of these weird behaviors and you're like, oh yeah, bro, you're tripping. It's almost like, how did you miss it? Realistically, a drug addict usually has those tendencies whether they're on or off drugs. Especially a functioning drug addict or someone that's been doing it for long periods of their time, it's almost impossible to tell whether they're high or not, even when they're not. And that's when you're accusing them. And they're absolutely not. They just have the same fucked up tendencies. That's their programmed way of action and behavior. But simple things give it away with Morgan. And I didn't even recognize it. It wasn't until B said it. B's like, did you notice how she had half her fucking nails done? I was like, wait, what? She's like, yeah, she had half her fucking nails done. She doesn't put on nails. And then when she said that, I remembered she was wearing eyelashes. I was like, these are when she really gets tweaked out. She starts acting like a girl when she gets tweaked out. Really? I've seen it. She puts on high heels and makeup. And I didn't look up. She had her hair in those little rubber bands again. Do you know how much time it takes to put your hair into those little, you know what I mean? Into bands and beads and stuff? You're putting it's obvious, bro. It's so obvious. A person that doesn't take care of themselves and doesn't care how they look, and then all of a sudden you've seen that they've put 5 hours into their look and they're very much awake and they've got a lot of energy going on. Could be cocaine, depending on geographically where you're located, but that's not what she's on. And then she told me the day before, I was like, what'd you do? She said, oh, I went over to fucking Star's house, and I cleaned her whole house. Because, she has all those kids. And so that I let my baby go over and hang out with her. And this is the same person that I accused her of to tell me to my face, you didn't go to your fucking friend's house and get fucking high. It's the same friend. So now I know that you have a friend with a bunch of kids and you guys just get together. And this is all traumatizing. This is what my mom did. Let's get a bag of dope. Let's get a bottle and we'll get together and, let the kids play and we'll get high. You're not being parents. You're being pathetic. And it's all triggering. And why is this coming up? I told you, so I can remember my childhood. And it's just like that. It's like, fuck. And that's how you can get comfortable around uncomfortable people because you don't even notice it. You've been around them your whole life. I've been around slime my whole life. Drug dealers and killers and prostitutes and fiends and fucking thieves and murderers, bro. I don't feel any way. They feel comfortable and I'm fine around them. They don't scare me. That guy, dude, I'm gonna blow him out now. He was telling me all about his bricks of cocaine in his car and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, don't tell me that, bro. Don't tell me that. But they do. And that's because, I don't know. That's what I said. Do I look like I'm a coke whore? Do I look like I'm on the corner selling something? Why is he telling me any of this? They just flock to me. And it becomes, normalized until you finally realize I don't want to do with this. I used to run from it. How the fuck am I going to run from those type of people in a homeless shelter, realistically? But it keeps coming back till you face it. I can't run away from people on drugs and alcohol. I can't. They're everywhere. They're fucking everywhere. Right in front of our faces. Most of our friends, bro. They're right in front of our faces, and we're not even paying attention that they're literally alcoholics and drug addicts. What deems an alcoholic? Is it how much or how often? I'll leave that to your discretion. But realistically, let's just start at the basic. When you put alcohol into your brain, anybody that's drank alcohol knows it changes you. It changes you. How much do you need to drink to change? And how often are you changing you? Same thing with drugs. It changes you. We called this is where we got into a huge fight. This was her coping mechanism for whatever's happening. And she tried to tell me. She said that she was going through a lot. Her dad, after her mom's, that's what she said triggered her last time, is her stepmother's death. Said after that, the dad sold the whole house and moved in with her brother and gave her nothing. Said he didn't even give her back the furniture that she had. They drove right past her. She'd already told me what she'd been through. Super quick. And that's it. They'll tell you real quick. Did you hear what they said they went through? They said it like nothing happened, but you not got to know if they said it, this is serious. They won't tell you how bad they're hurting. They'll just tell you something happened. You got to pay attention. So she had already told me something had happened. Something terrible. And that's probably what triggered her. And then you put on the science. When did I catch her? Right around the first of the month. She had money too. She was with bad influences. You put it all together and you're like, fuck. It's a fucking crime scene. Do I still love her? I do. I'm sorry for whatever her life has done to her, that's all she can do to get through the day. Because I've known people like that since I was a teenager. That was my mom. But I can't be around you like that, bro. It hurts me. It hurts the little me that lived like that. It hurts me. And even though you're getting away with it, you're not, bro. You're not. I hurt for my friends and family and even anybody that lives like that. And all I can do is try to get you off it, bro. But again, like, you don't want to. You don't want to deal with what it is that's making you do it. There is a specific thing that makes her, a couple things that make her, she gets to a point. This thought gets her to a point where she's going to go get high now. This thought has pushed her too far now. And so when I ask her to come to that thought, she's not going to. She'd rather get high. She never wants to think about that. And I'm telling her to think about it. I can't help them. It's the very thought that's killing you and that you're running from. And I'm telling you to face it, to deal with the thought, to deal with how that thought makes you feel and sit in it until you don't think about it anymore. No, you don't want to think about it at all. You just keep running from it and running from it and running from it. As many times as you can. As soon as it comes in, you're going to, go do something else to keep your mind off of it. You're running from yourself. No matter where you go, it's yourself. And there's many things that probably come in her mind. Just like me. That's what happened to my mother, bro. Guilt and shame. I don't want to feel bad. I don't want to feel terrible anymore. So you go to something so you don't feel like this. I don't want to feel like this. The feelings are from a thought, a memory. You can get rid of these feelings if we just deal with the thought. Can you just think about it? I'll think about it with you. You're dying from mental illnesses. Everybody is. Don't think that I don't love you. I just have to protect myself. It's self-protective mechanism, bro. And that's why I don't support drinking, Marshall Mathers. We may have started it and it was fun. But after one, it's no fun. And everybody knows that. And for some, one is too much for these motherfuckers. You give a child a fucking shot of tequila, they're no longer in control. You think that at 21, a shot of tequila, you're still in control. But we've seen. It doesn't have to be tequila. It's just my favorite. That's why I said that. We say that, you know what I mean? You can handle it. But legally, it's shown over and over, you cannot handle this. You put this drink in you and you become a different person. And you are no longer in control. I understand it's legal. Everybody can drink. We can drink. We're allowed to. But what I understand is that what it does to you when you do it and why you're doing it. You're doing it to feel better. Having a drink makes you feel better. Why'd you feel bad to begin with? Why do you need a drink to feel better? I can't go around, you know what I mean, fighting every person that goes to have a drink every night after work. It's their only way to feel better. I hope that I can get to those people and find another way for them to feel better so they're not hurting their body, their pockets. Drinks are kind of expensive depending on what you're drinking. What's in your cup? Really? Yeah, it's sad. I didn't see it all. I didn't, and that's what it is. You miss it, especially someone like me. I'm so engulfed in my experience and that's exactly what I told B as I was walking in yesterday. I'm so engulfed in my experience that sometimes I lose sight of what I'm experiencing, what's going on outside of my experience. And that's where these moments are so important, because I only saw it through my own eyes. If I stood back and stopped thinking about, looking at her talking to me and see it from B's perspective, B was sitting on the chair right next to me. What did she see? She saw something very different than what I saw happening. And that's where an outside perspective is good. But if you don't have that, you need to step outside of yourself and get a different perspective of the bigger picture. And that's where a lot of my spiritual training comes into play. In the middle of us doing something, I will pull out of myself to see, what are we really doing? What's really happening here? Now with BimBro over here, it's right away. I'm no longer in this. What is happening? I don't even sit in my body to hear this. I can't even entertain this. I really know that I'm dealing with a whole ass child. What do you want? Isn't that mean to say? But you don't know what I'm talking about. Is that wrong? Is that my fault or yours? That means that you don't keep up with me, because I teach everybody the terminology and the shit I'm talking about. I know you didn't hear this before, but if you stick around, you'll know what I'm talking about. And that's what I tell the new people. I don't expect you to get this. Just take it in. But you've been around for years. How come you don't know what I'm talking about? Because you're not listening to me. And the things I'm talking about are not important to you. But they're extremely important to Wolfman. He wants to know how to astral travel. He wants to know how I do what I do. He really wants to know what I have to say. And believe it or not, I really want to know about the things he's seen and done. I really want to know what he thinks and feels. And that's an attraction. He's very physically attractive, or, whiz, whatever. But that's not that. It's not like you're beautiful and I want to touch you. It's like you're beautiful on the inside and I want to get to know you. That's the difference between surface, a physical connection, and a spiritual connection. A spiritual connection, that's something me and my daughter have. We're like soul. Our flesh don't get along. We don't really get along too much, but our spirits are good. We laugh together. We have, our spirits. We have a spiritual connection. On the flesh, I'm just her mother and she's just my daughter. But on the soul level, we have a good connection there, right? I'm not her friend. I never said I was her fucking friend. I don't treat her like my friend or anything. I can fit in her clothes and she can fit in mine, and we don't play dress up and we don't do that shit. I don't put on her makeup and I don't push her boobs up and I don't make her do any. No, I'm her mother. But on the soul level, and that's where it is like my soul enjoys your company. And that's yesterday. You want to come with me? You don't have to help me. It'd be nice just to have you. Why? Because you're good company. My daughter's good company. She doesn't have to say nothing. She doesn't have to do nothing. And that's why people like me. Just you being around makes me feel good. Really? Yeah. She's like, can I get a bag of chips? All right. I'll buy your company for a bag of chips. Realistically, yeah, we had fun. And that's it. It's like you want to be around people that make you feel good, not people that are draining you, that are irritating you, that the conversation is annoying you. You're sitting there looking at your phone, waiting to get to the point of the conversation, or is this going somewhere? Or, it's a lot of that cat and mouse shit. Like you enjoy the small talk. You enjoy the small talk. Get to the point. What are we getting to? How's the weather? Check it. What are you talking about? Really? I'm just saying. Something would have been like, do you have plans for today? No. Why? Well, just asking. Why are you asking? Do you want to do something with me today? Like, why are you even talking to me? I just wanted to tell you I was having sexy dreams about you. Thanks. You didn't have to tell me that. Save that thought to yourself. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. Keep dreaming. Sounds like a fucking nightmare, you ask me. Anyways, going back. The reverse card indicates inability to act. That's this BimBro. You may fear failure, lack self-confidence, or be confused about how to proceed. That goes back to the old saying, you are powerless in your flesh. Right, Wolfman? Wolfman would be lying if he didn't tell you he'd be scared. He just has an inner willpower. He has that fire in him that makes him do shit that he'd be out here looking stupid doing. He just tells himself that it's okay. And don't let, it's that, I see you. I see DMX. He's like, all right, act like you wasn't scared. Act like you wasn't, oh, they saw us. Realistically, no, we're not going to pretend like that. I'm just saying that. You have to be able to take action in your feelings. You feel some type of way, then do something about it. You're going to say something? You're going to do something? Oh, okay, then. They're just thoughts. Your feelings don't matter. Your thoughts don't matter. You're not doing anything about them. Realistically, I don't value anything about you unless you're doing something about it. Realistically, no, you don't value it. On page 133. Before you go ahead, you need a clear plan of action. Must assess your skills and perhaps learn new ones. And above all, seek advice from those who are more experienced. Hey, bro, even this guy, you know what I mean? He tried to, to be on my level. So he had to go read. He was reading more books. He's trying to get more experience to match me. You fully know that you are unprepared. You are, you know what I mean? I don't want to say below standard, but you know that you're unprepared to have a conversation with me. Don't you think you should do some preparation, do a little research, you know what I mean, before you start a conversation about anything with me? Don't you think you should have some background in this? Realistically, why would you go into, you know what I mean, Congress if you don't know shit about politics? Why would you talk to a spiritualist if you know nothing about spirituality? Unless you're a student. And if that's the case, you're not ready to have conversations. You're just part of the presentation. And that's okay. When you get to that point where you can add to the conversation, I'm welcome to have a conversation with you. And that's exactly what I said. You have nothing to contribute to the conversation. You just want to be part of it. You just want to be in the room where we're talking. This is grown folks talk. And realistically, that's what I mean. Okay, here we go. Wolfman and I are on deep ass shit. We're talking about some next level we're talking about astral traveling, right? We're talking about the other dimensions, and we turn to you. Which one is your favorite? How do you astral travel? And you're like, I've never astral traveled before. Why are they sitting in here? Who brought the students in? Really? So we'll just say that in the spiritual realm. But okay, fine. You want to talk music? Let's talk music. Let's talk music. Who's your favorite acts? Right? Or do you only know one genre? Do you only have one fucking favorite? So if you tell me your favorite fucking rapper is Biggie, and I come out and say my favorite rapper is Pac, is this gonna be a fight? You're gonna spend the whole time telling me how Biggie was better than Pac? Or what is this? Are we gonna take our two alignments and put them together on a mixtape? I'm just saying. That's what I mean is like, do we have anything in common? What are we going to talk about? What brings us, what's the common denominator that brought us together? So what brought me and Morgan together? Homelessness. We both lived in a homeless shelter. That's it. Because of that, we were neighbors. So we talked. Okay. After that, what brought us together? My car. She was a mechanic and I was in need of a mechanic. Okay. So then during that time, which was an extremely long time that my car was inoperational, I kept talking to the operator, right? And so, nothing to talk about the car, so we'll talk about other things and more things and more things and more things. Now, because we're seeing each other every day and we're talking every day, we're spending a lot of time, now we are supposedly what's called friends. Call me if you need something, those kind of people, right? So we start doing stuff like that. And that's what a friendship is. Realistically, yeah. Let me walk you through this whole fucking fun timeline. Okay. So then what keeps us together, I get my car fixed. So now we don't really have much to say because she doesn't go anywhere and I've got plenty to do. Okay. So now we're no longer aligned. Secondly, she's no longer homeless. She has a home. So now she's moving on. Now, as she moves on, I say my goodbye, or, I'm walking her out into her new home and she keeps telling me how great this is and I should apply here. And this would be great for me too. And it would be great for her to have a friend and we could still be friends here at this place. I could get out of this place and we could be what we were here over there. I don't know, bro. I'm not really ready to move out. I'm not where you are. I'm still, it's fragile. I still need some stability. I don't know. Well, you can put yourself on the waiting list and we can see. Cool. Okay. So we get to that place. And now I'm in a place where the home is available. Now, just because we live in the same building, as they always say, doesn't mean we have the same views. We're aligned locationally, but not mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. Can we agree on that? Now, when we were both in hopelessness and homelessness, we were aligned mentally, emotionally, physically, never spiritually, but I tried to put you on the spiritual path with me. And realistically, were we ever? No. Through you, I saw my healing. I wasn't in the same mental space as you, but after spending time with you, I saw how you thought, and I incorporated that thought process, and I entered into my own, you know what I mean, lifetimes when I thought like that. Emotionally, I don't feel like you do, or when I was with you, it would spark me to feel very emotional so that I could see how these emotions come from certain things. But realistically, I have nothing in common with you. Other than you lived in Commerce City, I lived in Commerce. That doesn't mean shit. Wherever you were living in Commerce City and whatever you were doing in Commerce City was not what I was doing in Commerce City. And you know what I mean? Your really nice background will show that. And that's where it is like, don't think just because we're in the same room, we're the same people. And that's alignment. We aligned at a time, but we no longer align. And that goes back to Bobby. When all I could handle, just like you, was just, you know, a weekend adventure of some closeness, then that was good for me. And even as I'm rehabilitating myself, that's all I was mentally capable of and too afraid to do anything new. So there you were. I wanted to get closer to men, but again, it was going to be the same thing, just little bits of closeness. I wasn't ready for all that. But again, as I'm progressing, you're not ready for where I'm going. We no longer align. We aligned, and that's what it is. You wanted this and I wanted this, and we wanted it for the same reasons. But now I want more and you don't want what I want. So we're not aligned. And that goes back to, you know what I mean, Morgan. What I want for my life in that apartment is not what she wants for her life in her apartment. So we're just live on the same floor at the same building. That doesn't make us, I don't have to build a friendship with you because I used to know you and we used to be close. I do know you. We're just not close anymore like that. And why is that? Because you haven't grown. You're still the same old, same hoe. And that goes back to Bobby. You can't offer anymore. You don't want anymore. You just keep thinking that I don't want anymore, that I want less. Because you want less. Say less, bro. Really? I mean, it was perfect when that's all I wanted, but and that's where each of them were. You were perfect for me when this is all I wanted in a friend or a person or a job or something. But when I wanted more, this wasn't enough for me. And that's where you don't want to see it. You're not enough for me. She thinks she's high and mighty. I do. I do carry myself. I walk and work with the high and mighty, dude. I carry myself with a certain sense of esteem because I know what I am. I know what I am, and I know what I deserve and what I do not. And if that offends you, well, I don't know what to tell you. But I am special. I'm very special, and I deserve a special treatment. Not because, and honestly, yeah, I have special needs. You can't just be a halfway ass friend with me. I'm a person you have to give a lot of time and commitment to, a lot of honesty, a lot of truth. You have to give a lot of yourself to have a bit of me, more than you ever gave to anyone else. And that's it. You don't, you know, and that's why people stay in their low vibration. You don't have to put that much effort into any of your relationships. But with me, you're going to have a relationship with me, you're going to have to give a full relationship to have a relationship, something you've never done before. That means consistency and conversation and presentation, bro. That means consistency and your words align with your actions. That means truthfulness. That means honesty. That means integrity. That means openness. Things you cannot give to this world, I expect you to give to me. And if you can't, go back to the world you come from. I will settle for no less. Every person should have that type of fucking respect for themselves, their time, and their energy. And I'm going to teach you that. I am the Lilith. I teach you to re-empower yourself and know your true worth, and to rebel against the fucking constructs of their stupid rules that are not pleasing to you or to God. Really? Can I get an amen? Amen. We'll talk about your societal bullshit. But anyways, the magician reverse can be the plausible, charming trickster, a fucking liar, a con man who uses his cleverness to exploit and swindle others. You have nothing. You need me. You need me, even if it's a conversation to make your pathetic reality feel better. Bobby, you are fucking dying in hell. You need this fucking relationship so fucking bad to make it through your week. You need to close your eyes and think of me when you're touching yourself. You need me. And for you not to acknowledge it and take the action for what you need in your life, then die. And that's what I said. Go back to your pathetic reality and stop dreaming. Go back and disappoint your wife and children. Stop coming over here with your charming little fucking bullshit lies and stuff. And by the way, I forgive you for standing me up on Friday. Even though you didn't ask, I forgive you. Go away. Realistically, yeah, I'll entertain you. Whatever. God said be nice to you. I actually love you. I cared about you at a time. I'm not going to be rude. Why are you in my text messages? I'm not going to show you the disrespect that you show me and ignore your messages. I'm not you. I'm just going to ignore him like he does me. I'm not you. I'm not matching that energy. You can just show up. I'm going to show up. But what are you showing up with? A limp dick? Some bullshit? A dream of you in bed with me again? Keep dreaming. That's all you ever come at me with. I was thinking about the good times. I'm always thinking about it. I'm always thinking about it. Can you put someone else in bed with you? Can you think about having sex with someone else, please? And thank you. Anybody. I don't care. I don't care. Think about having sex with someone else. I don't care. There's many people. Go fucking follow some fucking bitch and think about her. Leave me alone out of your sexual perversions. There's no sense of love. That's just you. Oh, this feels good. Oh, it feels good. Get away from me, bro. The very thought of that makes me grossed out. And that's what he said. Did you really see Wolfman masturbating in a pentagram? Why? Are you really doing it? If I wanted to, I can see Marshall masturbating all the time. That's not a view I want to see. I would rather see you on top of me kissing me, but no, I can see the truth. I don't see anything outside of the bed with you. I don't even see me on the bed with you. Get out of my fucking DMs. Seriously, I don't know what you're smoking, bro. Realistically, I don't know. That's it. Imagine, bro, this douchebag. I swear to God. You're supposed to meet up with me on Friday. I was going to entertain this bullshit. See what he had to say. He didn't say shit. Then he comes back on fucking Monday talking about, I was dreaming about you last night. Bro, I hope it was a nightmare. I hope you shit your pants or wet the bed. I love you, but you're just obnoxious to me. You're such an annoying person. You're digging yourself the rust grave. Really? The Deathly Hallows. Anyways, watch out for these douchebags. The BimBros. Why are you bothering me? Why? Because you don't want to sit at home on Martin Luther King Day with your children? Because they ain't got school? Go do something with your family. Be a family man. Get away from me and my family. Really? You thought I wanted? That's not what I want, bro. You can't give me what I want, douchebag, and you think it's a dick. Why take yours when I can have 70 fucking flavors of his? Realistically, sorry. Self-imposed importance. Oh, man. Where's the book to that one? We're going to read the society card and move on to your great societal acts. It's actually, this came out yesterday. They gave me the book for it. I was like, I'm not reading one of these. And I was like, fine, I'll read one. All right, let's look at this. All right, okay. I have to do some research to figure out where we are. Judgment, mercy, wisdom. Okay, go from the planets. We got Jupiter. We got the moon. They're all the hires. It's in the hires. Really? Where'd I go to? The Tempter. Probably. It's right before the Tempter is society. Okay. These are really hard to understand. What are these? These are Kabbalah cards. Jewish mysticism. That's the tree of life, right? Again, you don't, I'm talking to a kid. Forget it. Sorry. At that moment, I'm like, I'm talking to Bobby again. Never mind. You don't understand this. Are you illiterate, or you just don't listen to people? Like, you don't, like, is it just that the words that are coming out of my mouth aren't important to you, or you've never heard it? Like, what's your deal? You said you were a blue-collared redneck. Rednecks are ignorant. You are very ignorant, bro. Like, you're too busy digging ditches to have an education. Did you finish high school? Speaking of someone that needs a higher education, can you have a conversation? Do you have any wit or depth? As far as a charming trickster, there's nothing charming about him. At least Wolfman comes off charming, sophisticated, sexy. He probably smells good. Hey, that's a prerequisite. Wolfman, go buy a cologne. Which cologne? Ask your sister. Ask a girl, not a man. Ask a girl what smells good on you. You might put on one and it might smell bad on you. Buy a cologne before you get to me. Why? Because I will remember you by a scent. You will remember my scent. I always smell delicious. That's a prerequisite. I'm funny about shit like that. How you smell. Really? I'm just saying that. First impressions are important. I have my favorite, but I'm not going to dress you up like the man I want you to be. You can be any man you want. Just be a man. Okay. The society connects, society serves the human beings who are its members. Oh, you're an outstanding member of society. I'm not part of the matrix at all. The society connects them all. I'm here for the stragglers, the outsiders, the fucking fallen, the forgotten, the people that don't fit in your fucking churches, the people that believe in God but don't believe in your fucking teaching of God, the people that have a spiritual connection and not a religious fucking determination. Realistically, I'm here for God's people, not just anybody, because not any of you are God's people. You think you're godly, you're far from it. The society connects them all and is the overriding organizing law for living, which all, and that's where I see Wolfman. It's like, I could get together with you twin flames, but all we're going to talk about is music, shit of society. You're not going to be in my chambers talking about magic and, you know what I mean, putting together all of this shit. That would be someone like Wolfman. You don't have the comprehension. You've been watching my fucking channel for fucking years. You've never done one of these rituals. You've never worked with any of the herbs. You've never done any of this. And that's where it is like, you know, I can walk in this room and talk in this room, but nobody from this room comes into the next room because you don't know what we're talking about over here. You're limited to the conversation, to the society, to the clique, to the company you keep. You're not welcome in all areas. The society connects them all, and it is the overriding organizing law for living, which all gregarious people must observe. The society cannot accept outsiders, for they are their enemies. But without society, who can exist? Even if its outcasts live by huddling in loneliness around the fringes. That's who I'm for. The people that don't fit in. We were never meant to. That's Lilith, the goddess of the dark, all of the creeping creatures of the dark. Those of you that didn't fit in, you're welcome in God's kingdom. I know they've casted you out, but you're welcome here. Again, here you'll have to let go of those, you know what I mean, all that hatred and discord towards those people. You'll have to love your very enemies over here, but you're welcome. Or you can stay in the 50 Shades of Grey, where you're not welcome in society and you're not welcome in the spiritual. You're just there. Commentary. There are very few outsiders in life. We are all dependent on one another. There we come with this codependency, both physically and emotionally. In some tribal societies, the ultimate punishment was to be casted out of the tribe, where you would almost certainly die, unless another tribe took you in. If society is, and that's where it is. That's what we do. We take you in when they push you out. That's what Jesus did. You guys are trying so hard to fit in. Get in where you fit in. Everybody make sure you do your next TikTok fucking, you know what I mean, trend. Make sure you're, keeping up with everything. Keep up with everything so you can be part of it. If society is operating smoothly, we may have the illusion that we are independent because it doesn't impinge too noticeably in our daily lives. It doesn't interfere with our plans or stop us doing what we want. Some cultures veer towards promoting the society as the dominant power, which others give preference to the individual. And that's where it is. Everybody thinks their fucking country's so great. The Germans think they're better than, I'm pretty sure everyone thinks they're better than the Americans, and America thinks they're better than everybody else. Do you guys like idolize a country or a person or a place or a thing where you think it's better? Do you think the iPhone's better than the Android? Do you think electric cars are better than fucking gas powered cars? Do you think, the East Coast is better than the West Coast? That's just your own thoughts. And that's a biased thought because you have more preference to one or the other. Then neither is better. They're both great. They both serve their purpose quite lovely. You know what I mean? The California coast has a nice cool breeze and waves. The fucking Pacific has a nice fucking, calm water, calm, warm water. The cold, you get the cold or the hot. You get the wind or the sun. Which do you want? The best of both worlds, but they don't, and that's just it. You want a sunny day or you want a freaking rainy day? Oh, I hate when it's rainy. Other people love when it's rainy. You know what I mean? And going back to countries, why do you hate the Germans? Are you talking about something that happened fucking before you were alive? You're hating new people for old people? Stupid. Fucking stupid. For any of my, following outside of America, I'm probably the most non-American person you'll ever meet in that sense. But I give you an idea that not all Americans are the same. We'd like that perception too. And I don't even believe in that. I don't believe any of you are the same. You just have, you're just in the same neighborhoods wearing, same skins, same clothes, same food. You're all individuals. You're just being bred to be like that. Every cow on the farm is different, but they're all just a cow. They're all on the farm. They all eat, they all drink, they all shit. But each one is different, even if they're all just on the farm being milked. And each one of them, their milk is important. Not one cow's milk is better than the others. We need the cow's milk. That's how life is. You're important. You're important individually, but you're not a weird creation outside of individuals. And being part of them doesn't make you accepted, just makes you part of the norm. You know what I mean? A cow doesn't have to do anything to be a cow. That's what we were talking about. There's this funny saying about rich dogs versus, regular dogs. Like, does Lewis Hamilton's dog, if he was still alive, would he know that my dog was a poor dog? Does it make a difference? Does the dog that has a fucking, that goes to doggy daycare and gets its nails done and eats great dog food, think that the dog that lives outside on the farm has a terrible life? Does the dog on the farm think that the dog inside of the house has a better life? They don't care of such things. They just live their fucking life. Really? It's a dog-eat-dog world. Do you think the wolves are sad for the dogs? They think they're not dogs because they don't live in the wild? The wolves see these dogs on leashes and they think they're not dogs at all? That's how I look at you. Your dog's being walked on leashes, bro. You're not a wolf. You're not free in the spirit. You're not in the woods. I look at you with sadness, but you're still part of my pack. You were a wolf once before you became domesticated. That's my mom's song. Oh, that song. Blurred lines. All right. Let's go back to you outsiders. Where would you most certainly die? Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. If a society is operating smoothly, we have the illusion that we are independent because it does not impinge. Yeah, we saw that. Some cultures veer towards promoting the society as a dominant power, while others give preference to individuals. There will never be one precise way of balancing the needs of both. This card reminds us of the network of life on page 117. God, you got this guy. Are you ever going to get rid of him? That's like asking if Russ is going to go away. This card reminds us of the network of life, I mean, he'll run away when there's a man. They all will. I'm certain of it. He's not going to text me when fucking there's a man in my bed. They'll go away when I finally get that man. And that's sad to say. It's not the man's job. It's not your job to get rid of my exes. They're not my exes, bro. This is fucking soul shit. Even you laying next to me isn't going to stop the astral traveling or the fucking connection, the soul connection I have here. Realistically, well, the good thing is never mind. The card reminds us of the network of life we are participating in. It also speaks of our connection to past and future generations, to the society of humankind as a whole. And that's what we were talking about, Martin Luther King Day. It's like, are we holding on to this? What are we doing here? Let's go back to the Native Americans. We know that our ancestors did them wrong. At what point do we make it right? We have to make it right, don't we? Give them back their 40 acres? Isn't that our responsibility to clean up the mess that our parents made? We know in our heart it wasn't right what they did to the Native Americans. We know in our heart it wasn't right what they did to the African Americans. Notice how I say Americans. It didn't even matter if you made it to America. Now you were just a culturalized American that we mistreated. We treated, you know what I mean? Realistically, the new generation is going to make this right, and that's what they tried to do by taking away Columbus Day. We should never be celebrating a man that destroyed the way of life. What they didn't see is that man created a new way of life for his outsiders. You took away one person's history to replace another, but there was truth and there was good and bad in that. He helped them do something that, you know what I mean? He was a pioneer in finding a new land. He didn't know how to act when he got here, and that was pretty terrible. But we do have to acknowledge that none of us would be here if they didn't fight to break free from Britain. If they didn't leave their land in search of a new land, we wouldn't be the new home. And when they got here, they didn't know how to act, and we're supposed to act better. And that's it too. Every time new people came to this new land, they were treated terribly. I think everybody can say that since the beginning. It's almost like the land of America's cursed. The Native Americans got, treated horribly once, the Europeans came in. But it's not like the Europeans had a great time while they were here either. They got persecuted and ended up in war in their former country and got neglected. You're no longer Europeans. You're fucking Americans, and we're going to war with the Americans. The Americans are our fellow brothers. No, they're Americans. They're no longer us. Think about these stories back in time. And as far as, all of the other cultures that came in as slaves, they came in as helping hands because in essence, that's just how it is. And there's great stories of this. You're just here to offer your service in hopes of room and board. If I go right now as a tourist to any foreign land in the hopes of living there, all I can offer is my service in hopes that I can meet my needs, which is food, you know what I mean, and a home. So when the Black people came here, or the Asians, when anybody came, all they had was to offer was their skills in return for room and board. They didn't have a home waiting for them here. They hoped to build a home with nothing more than their skills. So people took advantage of their skills. They told, you know what I mean? That's how slavery became the thing. It's like, I own you. You're nothing without me. And it became, dependency to where we can see it right now in people's relationships. You know what I mean? She's nothing without him and he's nothing without her. And they're enslaved to this relationship. This is how they keep their house together. This is how they feed their families, is off of this slavery. Really? Yeah. And they did it in all. They look at people, and that's what a job looks like. When you go to apply to a job, they're looking at your skills. They're trying to buy they're buying your skills. So if they look at you, they're looking for a good man, a good, strong man that can dig ditches. They're not valuing you as a person. They're looking at you as a slave, how much they can get out of you and how much little they can pay you to make their land great. Really? Mm-hmm. How much is it worth for you to come here and flip burgers for us so we can become $1 million corporation? How little can we pay you so we can be billionaires? What's the fucking difference, guys? What's the difference? Now, here's the fucked up part. Let's say that slavery didn't ever happen. Let's say that they could just go out there. Did they have the resources to just do it on their own? And that's where these really great communities were built. Great white families were built with great black families by their side. If we want to say it all sad, it's like you wouldn't exist without without all that the work of that family. But the black families, with the exception of the ones that were being tortured, which were a lot, they were being not respected for what they had. At the end of the day, if that white family lost their plantation of black workers, they were ruined. They were ruined without you. They needed you, and they didn't appreciate how hard you worked to make them better. And we can say that this was a black and white relationship in some neighborhood, or we can say this right now, that's happening right now with corporations. You have great skills, and they don't care. They want to just use you for fucking slave labor to make their businesses great. They don't care if you need the day off because your kid is sick. They don't care if you're sick. They don't care if you just had a baby. They will get rid of you. You are replaceable. You are nothing but a slave worker in these corporations. They will find another one of you. Okay? You want to work for a company that values you. They use these words like we're a family and we take care of each other, but that's not true. These are fucking backstabbing little fucking coworkers that can't wait to fucking snitch you out or say that you fucked this up so they can get you fired or they could take your job. Back then, and I seen it in Mexico and stuff too. It's like, there was these families, and that's what I said. There's a family here. I see them all the time. I love that man. If you ever want to see them, I'll tell you exactly where you can see them. If you can adopt them before me, then fine. They're on the corner of Hamden and Tamarack. It's a very old woman. She's got to be 70 to 90. And she has a special needs, I would assume grandchild, possibly child. You can't tell the age of, you know what I mean, of special needs. So maybe he's 20, maybe he's 30, maybe he's in his teens. I can't tell. I just want to adopt them and take care of them. I don't want them to do anything. I just want to give them a good life. I want to give them a home. I want to give them food. I want to give them rest for the rest of their lives. I don't want nothing from them. I just want to give this family a future. They don't have a future, just peace. He's not going to get a job. He's not going to get an education. He just needs a place to call home. She doesn't need to be out on that corner every day begging for money. I don't want that. She can't do this forever. I want to win the lottery just for them. Just for them, just to give them a house. Even if I stay right here and I give it just for them. Families, when they come to America, they don't know how. They hope that they'll meet somebody and they'll find a job and they'll find a place to live. And that's what it is community. You meet someone and you help them get a job and you help them find a place to live. They're not your slaves. But that's how slavery started, realistically. I mean, there was the purchase of most of them and stuff, but some of them were just, in the beginning, you know what I mean? You need some help. You need some hands on your farm. I could use some hands. What's it to you? Just a room and board, maybe a couple meals. I'll be glad to help you with that field. I'll be glad to help you build that fence. I'll be glad. And so they stuck around. They said, I'll pay you. I'll pay you a day's wage for a day's work. I could use some help around the land. And that's where they became employed by just their services. They came with just an office to serve, or an offer to service. And they made these families' lives great. And in doing so, they gave this person a family. You know what I mean? Now this person is part of a community. It was just a straggling, you know what I mean, person that needed some work, needed a place to live, needed some food. It's very common. It's very common. Maybe not so more, but it used to be. You just pick up a straggler and put him to work and give him, room and board. And before you know it, they've been around for fucking 20 years. They're reading your kids. Back in the day, Black women were wet nurses. How can they be worse when you're giving your child their milk? Really? They had wet nurses. Women couldn't produce milk or just didn't want to be milking babies all the time. So they had a Black woman that would literally sit there and have that bonding experience and give her life essence to your child. How could that child grow up hating Black people when it grew up on the milk of Black people? You're like, that isn't right. It wasn't, but it was something they could offer. In the essence, I've seen it in emergencies. I've seen it. There was this thing, I saw it on Facebook. They showed up and this woman had an emancipated newborn. And the officer that showed up, she was a breastfeeding mother. So she ripped off her fucking shirt and she pulled out her titty and she gave it to this brand new baby that had not been fed. And there was this big, you can read it probably, it's somewhere on something. It was a big thing a long time ago. I saw it. That's all the baby needed. And she had it. It's like, damn, that's a little unhealthy. No, that's what the baby needed. Before formula, that's where it came from. Not every woman could produce milk. And most women, they do. They just don't want it's selfish. It takes a lot of time and it's painful. It takes a lot of time to sit there. Think about how long it takes your baby to hold a bottle before it drinks the whole bottle or falls asleep. That's how much they're sitting on your tit, bro. And then they're sitting there gooing at you and you're like, just feed yourself. I just want to put you down so I can go do the dishes. I need to put you down. I need to put you down. That's why they don't breastfeed, bro. It's not that their boobs don't do it. It starts happening. The boobs start making the milk. But if you're not, it's like a cow. It starts filling up. If it doesn't fill up, if you don't drain it, it just dries up. But if you keep draining it, it keeps refilling. And that's what starts the process of all of this. And it's a bonding experience between the child and the mother. Now, going back to it, how many of you white people have no idea that you were sucking on Black boobs as a baby? Or that your father may have been sleeping with the Black help? Or your mother was sleeping with this big Black stallion that worked in the field? Didn't mean they didn't love. They got to meet people and they were different and they were beautiful. Interracial love was always there. It was just completely forbidden. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. We get these great stories where here comes a Black baby. Wait a minute, that's not your baby. You are not the father. Oh, that sucks. That sucks to be you. Doesn't it though? It wasn't about that, but it has been for a long time. And as I see this, I see Moses. They were just people that worked there until he realized that they were people and that the work they were doing was not kind. Now, here's what's fucked up. Here in America, they want to get rid of the immigrants because they're taking our jobs. They're the only ones that will do these jobs. Americans will not do these jobs. They need the hardworking foreigners to do the jobs that Americans are too prideful to do. If you go into any restaurant and you go in the back of the house, that's what they call it, into the kitchen, guess who's back there? The Latin Americans, right? All of these jobs, who's doing these hard jobs? They're doing the jobs that nobody else wants to do, and they're doing it for less pay, and they're doing it gratefully. They're doing it gratefully. But that's where it's kind of disrespectful. That's where it becomes awful. Because they're better than the work they do. But you don't treat them better. You don't see them as any better. You won't give them a better opportunity. It's really sad. For all my people in my other countries, I don't know what you know about America, but there's a lot of that here. There's a lot of racism, and it's not just towards Blacks. Each of these families come from some kind of heritage. They're Sicilian, they're Italian, they're German, they're Portuguese, they're this. And whatever that is has an animosity towards another type of people that also live here in America with them. Really? Oh man, go to New York. The boroughs. They're always fighting. You think the fucking East Coast, West Coast? No, and it's like that everywhere. Really? Yeah. Society. They tell you how to act, and those that don't act are, are a fringe on society. To society of humankind as a whole. In the Kabbalah, there is an idea of a great man known as Adam Kadaman, who represents all the people who have ever lived and who ever will live. Kabbalah teaches us that we can play an active and conscious part in a body of Adam if we choose. Most people, once they have satisfied their most pressing desires and ambitions, do want to make a contribution to humanity. And that's where it is. You're not there yet. You still have more that you're searching for in this life. You're not ready to be a contribution to humanity. You're still trying to, I don't want to say take, but you're still trying to experience your experience before you have something to share. You have nothing to share yet. You're still trying to have your experience. I have plenty to share. I'm not looking for an experience. I'm trying to share my experiences with everyone else. To give from your own individuality, from your own creativity, for the welfare of all, is real fulfillment. There is an ultimate goodness in each person, and its natural impetus is to serve others. At what point do you finally stop and help someone? You live a very busy life. How many homeless people do you walk by? How many children? How many animals? When do you stop to show kindness? I know it's when you choose, but when do you choose? You see a homeless person at every fucking stoplight asking you for $1. Do you ever choose to give any of them $1? None of them are worth your hardworking money. You can't give $1 to anybody. Am I asking you to give $1 at every corner? No. That's very Jesus-like. He might ask you to do some shit like that. I'm not. I'm just asking you to acknowledge that out of 100 million people, is there one you could help? Or you're so helpless, you need all the help you can get that you can't help anyone else. I don't always have full pockets, bro, but the shit that comes out of my mouth can change your world. It's priceless. And that's what I have to give. And sometimes I don't want to just give it, but ultimately I know what I have you need. Just tell me what it is so I can give it to you and you can be good. And I can go on my good way. There's ultimate goodness in each person, and each natural impetus is to serve others. We need to recognize that there can be many ways of contributing, and that some of them are not physical. That's Russ. Russ, you think that by putting out an album, you're contributing to your fans. You're doing them a favor. You're doing them a justice. If that's the case, why are they paying for it? You do this out of the kindness of your heart, not because of what you can get back from it. I don't get $1 for giving $1. I just lose $1. What do I lose in that $1? Nothing. It's just $1. It made me feel good to help someone. It's one less dollar they need for whatever they needed it for. And that's just me. Maybe I'm only $1 short. I hope somebody has $1 for me when I need it. Prayers and contemplation is one. For thought is apparently a solitary act. Its aim is to connect to the source of life and to make a channel for the divine power to bless the world. I'm seeing yesterday B. I call her just to, you know what I mean? I don't want anything from you. I'm just calling to make sure that you're good. You know, I didn't want anything from you. I just wanted to make sure you were good and just send you some love. Thanks, friend. You're welcome. Have a good day. I'll catch you later. That's it. I didn't want shit from you. I just wanted to send some love. I was thinking about you, and I wanted you to know that I was thinking about you. That's friendship. That's it. That's not what people are calling me for. I called to tell you I had a dream about you. Really? What happened? Uh-huh. A small and humble task may make a real difference. If it's carried out with kindness. Interpretation. If you wish to be free, you must acknowledge all the ties that bind you. Recognize the network that supports you in your individual freedom. You have received a lot of sustenance from it. It's there. Is there anything you can put back into it to create nourishment for others? Going back to this building, that's what I said all the way through it. It's like, I'm going to leave here one day, but I want this place to be a better place for the people that come in after me. I fought a lot of battles here, not for me, but for the future and for the people that came before me. You can't act like that. Don't treat people like that. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. What do I leave for others? A lot. Maybe the staff will never go back to stealing the fucking donations like they did before. All this stuff, bro, it'll never be like it was before. It won't. I made a change. Even the little things that I fought for. You know what I mean? Possible meaning, an organization or contact network for the community, your place in social scheme of things, collective help from others, your service to society. I'm here on a public service announcement. It's my community service to exit hell. It's what I have to do. I have to serve as a light worker in hell. It's my last life. This is what I got to do. Sucks. That's what I got to do. That's what I'm here to do. I'm just here to do it. It's be a light, a love and light for everybody to get as many as I can out of here before I leave. I can show people the way out of hell. I just got to, you know what I mean? Just keep giving them the way. And whoever does it, that's it. And I know I won't be the only one that leaves. I know at least 144,000 are affected by me and follow my lead as the leader. So it's not failed. And in essence, we got 3,000 already we're fucking with. How many of you are actually doing the work? Hey, bring it down just a little bit. All right, so we're going to end on that note. Hi, Priestess. I mean, these are, again, that was a very powerful reading. I'm going to have to tag him in it, actually. Who? BimBro? No. I'm sure he's watching. No. Wolfman. Moving towards something here, buddy, aren't we, though? Is there another man that's going to help me run a spiritual learning and rehabilitational center? Are you that man? Okay, fine. That's cool. You can't be that man. Are you going to be my husband? Okay, fine. That's cool. Are you going to be my friend? Okay, fine. What? If that's it, if you're not fulfilling any roles in my life, then let's go back to the original question. What do you want from me? You haven't come for me. You've come for you. I'm fine. I'm here as a service from God. What do you want? No, I'm not going to have sex with you. I'm not available for that. That's not what you get from God. You can beg God to have sex with any woman. It's not going to happen that way. That takes action. And that takes submission by the woman. You can't force God, right, Hades? You can't force God to give you a girl. Okay, there we go. That's it. You can't. No means no. That's technically rape, spiritual rape, if you ask me. Realistically, yeah. I'm going to leave it on that note. We'll catch you later for, I don't think I really need to talk about Martin Luther King. I mean, I do. I got a book about it. Do you know what he did? Do you know what happened? He had a dream. He had a vision that obviously is getting a little blurred still where we are today, but not so much. Back then, bro, no way. Look at how far we've come. But it wasn't just the black people fighting. It was the white people fighting with you. Don't fucking act like that you did this all on your own. We fought with you. We fought our own for you. It was Lincoln, a white man. Don't play games, guys. Don't act like all black people or all white people were the problem, or all black people or all Germans or all fucking Nazis or all fucking Russians and all fucking, all the fucking Islam and this, that, and the other. I don't know, baby. Just realize we're not the past. And don't let the past blind you from a possible good future with new people. Hey, you ever went to a black cookout? Fucking bomb. Seriously? Yeah. White people's be having some good shit going on too. And that's where you need to learn to break down the barriers and open yourself up to your brothers and sisters of other colors. Taste the rainbow, people. Realistically, I love Chinese food. I like Italian food. I like all kinds of food. Where does that food come from? From great people. So in essence, how can I like the food and not like the people when it's the people that prepared this food for me? Do you guys like cheeseburgers and French fries? Then you probably like Americans more than you know. Do you like football? Do you like getting drunk and acting crazy in nightclubs? That's not a European thing. That's American. We don't know how to act. We've been doing that since the prohibition.
Actually, it's the French people.
Do you fight for your rights? Do you get all loud and shit? Do you pick fights with your neighbors? You're probably more American than you know. Realistically, yeah. And I'm black and I'm proud. Ha! I love you guys. Let me see what's in these comments. Oh my God, there's a ton of them. Will you pass your exams? Why do you doubt that you'll pass? Why are you asking me that? Why do you doubt your ability? You doubt that you don't have what it takes to pass your exams? All right, let me help you with something. And this goes back to you can only do so much preparation. Sat there and they gave you the information. All you can do before an exam is revisit the information. Now, are you asking me, did you learn it? Were you paying attention? Or you just can't remember it all? Because just like my class, everybody that's sitting here is probably not paying attention. You're drifting. It's just going in your one ear and out the other. But in some cases, it'll turn back on. And so when it comes to your exam, are you ready? Do you doubt that they didn't give you the right information? Or do you doubt that your brain can't give you back that information that you already heard and saw? You know the answers. They gave it to you before they gave you the exam. People don't pass tests because they're smart. They pass tests because they're prepared. So, during exams, what would you do the night before? Cram yourself? Why? You're just shoving a bunch of shit in there. Now you're going to be all cluttered. It's already in there somewhere. Isn't it though? You've been taking science for 6 weeks, and now you're about to do a science class and you're afraid that you don't know everything. That's logical. Do you remember everything? No. But what do you know? They've already given you pre-tests, and I can give you a certainty. What are they going to ask you? One question about each chapter. Each chapter in those 6 weeks, you went through 6 chapters. So you'll have 1 to 3 questions about each chapter. But there was so much information in the chapter. Then go to the conclusion of the chapter. What was the chapter about? That's one way to pass college exams. There's a couple of other ways. When you're getting asked, they're asking you a question. Rephrase the question in the form of an answer, using the answer. So if they say, I don't know, I can't think right now. They give you 3 questions. They're like, the boat has this, or which component does the boat have? Turn it into it. The boat has this component. Now, when you say it, how does that feel? You know what I mean? You change it into that. Instead of asking, is this the right answer? Make it the answer and see if that feels right. And there's always the last thing. When in doubt, see your way out. What does that mean? When you can't figure it out, you're stuck on a question and you just can't figure it out, then just hit A, B, C, D, hit C. Why does that work? I don't know. It's just a saying in college. When you can't figure it out, you've tried the process of elimination, you've tried reversal, you've done all that, then just see your way out. You don't know. Best chance, try C. At this point, A, B, you don't know the answer. So they're saying statistically, C is probably going to get you out of this. Why? I guess most answers are probably C. I don't know. Those are just to help you with your exam. I don't know what you're studying, but the study is, they gave you the information. You're just scared that you won't be able to know the answer when they ask you the question. That's where I help you. Let's rephrase this question so you can remember. And if you don't remember, if you have something like me, you might need to go and refresh your memory. But don't cram. People cram for an exam. What's the point of going through 6 weeks of fucking teaching for you to cram the night before? You were already cramming all of that in your head for 6 weeks. Go back to the beginning of the stuff you least remember, but you should remember last week's teaching just fine, and you'll get that question right. The hardest questions are going to be the first stuff you started remembering. You know what the exam's about. So, you know what I mean? You don't have to study all parts of whatever it is, just the most recent, and that's what it is. They're seeing if you're keeping up. Do you remember the most recent information that we've taught you? And they're only going to ask you questions about the most important things. So realistically, how many questions are in your exam?
Mine was 150.
Damn. I haven't took a test in a long time. But that's really what it is. I don't know if you're going to pass. Only you know. And just because you fear that you're not going to doesn't mean you're not going to. You're just afraid that you won't. That doesn't mean you're not going to. Not at all. But you know damn well if you're not prepared. And motherfucking fucking Kim Kardashian, she knew damn well she wasn't prepared. She knew she didn't have the answers. She knew. You know when you're ready. You know when you're not. I am ready. I'm going to ace this, dude. I've been studying all week. I got this, bro. I fucking got this. I know the answers. You know. You're confident because you're ready for this test. Maybe you don't know, but you're just going to see how much you do know. And that's okay, too. Your career doesn't end with a bad test score. It's an average of test scores. This isn't the final score. It's an average. You can get an F on this one and get all A's, and then it averages itself out. Don't let one test, you know what I mean, ruin your life. One trial, one tribulation, one failure. I've had many failures. It only takes one success to make it, you know what I mean? Going back to Albert Einstein or even Benjamin Franklin. It took him a million failed times to figure out how to harness electricity. It only took one time to make him the most successful motherfucker in the world. And that goes to all your countries. Where'd you get your electricity? Was it from our big bad Benjamin Franklin, the American? Did you have electricity before then? Questions to be answered. Is he only famous in our country? That goes back to Martin Luther King. I'm sure there was somebody in your country, or has nobody ever fought for rights in your country? And only Americans do this type of shit. How are rights established in your country? Fairness, equality. We have many people that have fought these, and throughout our time, American history, have fought for equality and fairness. Are those battles that are happening in other countries, or you don't have one? Nobody fights for that. It's just the way it is. I'm curious. Growing up in the education system in America, we learn world history, but not individuals, just world history. You know what I mean? Do they teach you American history in your guys' teachings? Did the Japanese learn about more than, World War I? I know that they teach you English, so do they teach you world history, American culture and history? Why do you guys like McDonald's so much? I could take you have you ever been to a Wendy's? Wendy's is so much better than McDonald's. They have square burgers and fresh food. We could go into an argument. You could get a bunch of Americans here and we can argue about which person has the best cheeseburger. And each one of them are going to be delicious if you've never had a cheeseburger. What's your guys' favorite cheeseburger? Realistically, hey, love the world and the people and the culture and the wonderful things that they give to us. Stop being hatred. Love yous. Laters. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. What else? My boyfriend dumped me. He set you free. That's good. Now you can go. Let's go love someone else better than him. Sorry, I'm hateful. He dumped you. That's a terrible way to say it. He left me. Change the narrative. My boyfriend and I decided it was best to part ways. That's not how it happened. I dumped her. Whatever. We went the other way. You tell your story. I'll tell mine. Don't tell yourself. Don't let your mind say he dumped you. Because then your mind's feeling like, he had some power and he left you. He didn't go nowhere. You're going to see him next week, aren't you? I tip my fedora to you. Hey, I love a fedora. Before I did this, I had an amazing collection of fedoras. I'm a hat girl. I love hats. So thank you. I tip my fedora to you too. All right, let's see what else. They're jealous of you. Maybe. Most men don't have muscles. That's okay. Most women don't, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have flat stomachs. What's the problem? Actually, you do. It's just that you haven't pushed your muscles. We all have muscles. Realistically, I mean, my arms look flabby, but there's muscle in there. I can hold a lot of weight. It just doesn't look muscly on the outside. Men have muscles. They have hearts too, believe it or not. Pull your belly in and see it. I forgot I said that. Oh, man. Yeah, I told you to. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. They must have crust under their fat belly flap. Okay, you're being mean now. Tonight's the moon. No, there's always a moon. And going back to your exams. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Love you guys. I'll catch you guys soon. Laters, haters. Don't be a hater.